You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. By joining us for as low as $1 a month, you'll receive episodes early and gain access to our Discord server. All of our upcoming episodes will be up on our Patreon 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. We especially want to thank our Real Ones patrons, including Boo Cannon, Rob Marino, Gay Horse 420, Cal 50, Josiah Duncan, Grant McSpooky, Chris Perez, Jenna LaFleur, Darian Fisher, Alex RLD, Alex Gritchmanoff, Melissa Reddick, Tony DeSerafino, Chris Wade, Selectric, Maze Farms, Bex, Georgia Mikowski, Noah Kurtz, Waffle113, Alex Bulovich, Alec Felder, Adam Edwards, Jackson Christ, Elizabeth, John O'Rourke, and Derek Pemberton. To become a real one, consider supporting us with a $5 a month donation, or you'll receive bonus episodes every month and get a shout out at the top of the pod. Anyways, though, enjoy the episode. Before we begin this episode of the 90s Rock number ones, as we stated last week, Gavin is still in the Alaskan wilderness. He somehow has not died yet, or maybe he has died. I don't know. But preemptively, Mr. Barely March, Clappy Good Songs, you have prepared a video for our audio podcast.
For the audio podcast, yes.
You prepared a video for us.
As the successor to the 490 Freak. I'm sorry. Well, I'm already fucking up, man.
No, you're doing
as the successor to this spot, my now permanent spot as co-host of the number one series, I thought, a video to send off my my predecessor, Mr. Gavin, who I take a lot of inspiration from, and it wouldn't be fair if I didn't, show some respect and gratitude towards him. So I made a video for an audio podcast.
All right, are we ready to begin?
I don't know if I am.
Let's hit play on this wonderful video that Chris has put together for us. For Gavin.
A host like no other. I'm reading the text that's on the video. And a loving friend. Gone too soon. In loving memory, Gavin, Mr. Ratio 490 Freak, eaten alive while hunting Alaskan bears to extinction. I hope you had a time of your life. And now, a few words from a close friend of Gavin's.
How's it going? Real life Peter Griffin here with a shout out for Gavin from Chris. He tells me that you're staying for a week in Alaska with your wife Marge, your son Bart, and your daughters Lisa and Maggie. Why do those names seem familiar to me somewhere? But I also heard that you do a podcast about alt-rock songs from the 90s. And I would say that my favorite is probably Flagpole Sitter by Harvey Danger, but nothing's ever going to replace my favorite song of all time. And a bird is the word. Shut up, Meg.
What a wonderful tribute.
I wonder if Mr. Griffin has put any of this together yet. Like, I wonder what he thinks of us. Surely he's noticed that there are a lot of these that are related somehow. I don't know.
Like a lot of Gavins going around.
Well, folks, let's get into the episode proper. Let's hit that goddamn theme music. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 90s Rock number ones. I am one of, well, actually, your two co-hosts. Well, three, actually, because, last week, Alex, obviously, Gavin was gone. He left us some transmissions, as he has done again on this episode. However, we do actually have a proper replacement for Gavin this week. Who is our special guest host, Alex?
We visiting us, the wonderful The incomparable Mr. Clappy Good Songs, Barely March. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm right outside of Alex's house right now.
Yep,
I know.
right.
I get
right there in
another
Koha.
visual gag for the audio podcast.
Yes. Again, that is, that was a piece of property once owned by the Griffin family, now is in Alex's possession. And Mr. Clappy Good Songs Barry March is right outside. It's very creepy. I don't like it.
But God damn
we're
it,
gonna
we're
call-
giving the real life Peter Griffin enough money to buy that house back.
This is very true. But along with Mr. Clappy Good Songs, we are joined by two very special guests. Of course, we have Rose once again returning to the number ones. Welcome back, Rose.
Hey, howdy. Very excited to finish the butt rock car commercial 90s rock triathlon, as many have done before me.
Exactly. And also joining us, our special guest this week. It's Ian King. Welcome to the pod.
Hey everybody, my name is Ian, and my favorite album from the 90s is fucking Bonnie Prince Billy, I See a Darkness. Am I right, fellas?
We're not talking about we don't
believe in indie music here at this podcast.
At the
Indie Hits podcast. We don't believe in indie music.
Don't say the name.
We swore it off years ago.
But folks, here we are. We have at this point we have barreled through the halfway point of the series. We are on episode 6. We have in terms of proper number ones episodes, like stuff with the charts. This is number 6. We got 4 more to go after this, and then like 2 or 3 other special episodes besides that. But nevertheless, episode number 6, and this journey, it's been a wonderful journey. And also, I should say before we continue,
I'm so tired.
Me too, buddy. Me too. I am recording this episode from Los Angeles, California. I'm in LA. I got here on Sunday, so I've been in LA for the week. My brain is already poisoned. I told Rose that I'm going to be evil on this episode.
Maddie has decided to go sicko mode.
Yeah, even though I said a slur on the last episode, I'm somehow going to be even more evil on this one. But yeah, nevertheless, here we are. It is another week, and let's just get into it. Let's just fucking barrel through this episode of the pod as we are finally beginning to enter 1995, but not yet. We're going to be entering 1995 by the time we wrap up this episode. But kicking off this episode of the 90s rock number ones, of course, last song we talked about was Black Hole Sun from Soundgarden, which was the number 1 song overall for 1994. But the last actual number 1 on the charts, the weekly chart, was Toad the Wet Sprocket with Fall Down. And then after that, on July 30th, 1984, for 2 weeks, the Offspring went number 1 with their song Come Out and Play. And also, I'm very aware of my voice right now. It's a lot lower than it usually is because I went drinking last night with my coworkers. And when I drink, I like to yell and really use my voice and project. So my voice is a little rough. But
yeah, this is gonna be a weird episode. I'm tired. We're gonna get to why later with our very last song. Mr. Clappy has only listened to the playlist once.
I've heard all these songs before. I don't know why you're getting so upset with me.
I have been inundated by Panda Express. Hey, everyone is down.
I'm the one I'm running this show today. I'm the co-host here, the one who isn't tired, whose voice isn't a train wreck from being on the wrong coast.
Well, you know what? Let's just speaking of really bad voices, let's get into the Offspring's Come Out and Play.
I have so many things to say about this. You guys aren't ready.
The only thing I like about this song is that he says the word "come."
I just want to say it's really nice that I could come full circle from the Bot Rock series to here. You know, I started with a really shitty Offspring song, and I ended with a really shitty Offspring song.
I can't agree with that.
I'll get into it.
I don't know how you can't love this song.
I don't know. It's just not charismatic.
It is trying very hard to do a bit, and the bit is annoying.
I would say for like 99% of the Offspring's catalog, that would be true. I'm not like a huge Offspring head, but this is a great song. I don't know.
I used to be really into them. At the very least, I listened to their greatest hits album like countless times when I was in high school.
I like the 3 or 4 songs from Ixnay on the Ombre that were featured on the Crazy Taxi soundtrack. I think they should have charted #1 on the ICTSC, the International Crazy Taxi soundtrack charts.
Mm-hmm.
5 words to say that. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I think I like this song. There's a lot of parts of the song that I really like. The B-52's like little surf rock riff that's after the hook. I think it's a great. It's any guitarist that wants to be like the B-52's guitarist. Like, hey, yeah, I'm with it. I like it.
Can I get into the lore behind that riff?
A what?
The lore. There is a lot of lore behind that riff.
Oh God, there is.
Loves the lore.
Yes,
oh my
there's like several paragraphs on Wikipedia that get into this because it's wild. So, in 1994, Posh Boy Records owner Robbie Field submitted a written claim to Epitaph Records via the Harry Fox agency, alleging that the 2-bar Arabian guitar phrase repeated throughout the song copied the guitar solo from Bloodstains, a song by Agent Orange, the much older punk band, written in 1979, to which Fields, as the song's publisher, owned the copyright. Dexter Holland had cited Bloodstains as one of the songs that sparked his interest in punk rock, saying, "It really influenced me, especially that Arabian-sounding lead. I've written a lot of stuff like that, and the Offspring's public admiration have brought them increased attention." Fields contended the similarity between the two guitar parts amounted to the Offspring sampling Agent Orange, and requested that Epitaph pay a licensing fee of 1 penny for each copy of Smash sold, equating to $60,000 or more at the time, which he would split evenly with Agent Orange frontman and Bloodstains writer Mike Palm. A lawsuit was not filed, as Fields said nobody wants to pillory anybody, but I have a fiduciary duty to represent Mike Palm's interests. Palm declined to give a public opinion on the matter, later noting that he was not involved in filing the claim but did not disagree with it, and invited listeners to compare the two songs, saying, "Anyone who listens will know what the issue is." This goes on further, because the Vandals, a band who were signed to Dexter Holland's label Nitro Records, released a song called Aging Orange on their 1996 album, The Quickening. Some lyrics from this song including, "Back in ancient Egypt, many pharaohs went to jail for misappropriation of my Phrygian scale. I said, listen, Tutankhamun, you're driving me insane. It's obvious those bellies are all dancing to Bloodstains. I figured out you owe me, and please try not to laugh. Every time I hear it, I get one more golden calf."
Hey, listen here. We got Joe Biden in office. I don't want to hear any more about an aging orange.
Am I right? One more thing. Palm said,
I don't even want to be around.
Palm said about the Vandals song, nothing but Joe's desperate attempt to brown nose the Offspring, characterizing as lame and out of line. You think there was some ass licking going on there? Later, the Offspring covered Bloodstains for the soundtrack of the 2000 film Ready to Rumble, and Palm said, "It's great that they recorded Bloodstains, but it doesn't help me personally. Sometimes I feel like an old black man who got ripped off." What the fuck?
That is too much. You're missing the most important thing about that Wikipedia page is that it said the song is also played on wind instruments in the movie Click, which I think that was way more short and sweet to the point. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
Damn it. I don't have a thunder. Damn it. I don't have a thunder on the soundboard. Fuck.
Thunder. Feel the thunder.
No, this song is kind of sick, I have to admit.
Let's go.
Much like a number of bands, like much like Anthony Kiedis and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, it feels like Dexter Holland is like just trying to make you hate the Offspring songs. Like there are Offspring songs that could be sick or are sick, but Dexter Holland and his weird little garblin voice, I don't want goblin, gremlin. I'm calling it a garblin because it's something completely different.
The Offspring are a precedent for gremlin core.
I'm gonna kill you, Rose. Don't ever say that ever again.
Do it, motherfucker! You're on the opposite coast from me now.
Well, I'll.
I think. Oh, okay. I think the song's pretty good.
This episode already feels so fucked. I'm gonna be huddling around
We haven't even
Gavin's
heard from Gavin
transmissions
yet.
like
Yeah,
fire.
can we? Which, speaking of Gavin's transmissions, do we want to hear his thoughts on Come Out and Play?
No, I'm the
Before
new
we
Gavin.
do that, I
What
just
the
wanted
hell?
to share that I think that this song is like a bad version of Dropkick Murphys.
How?
And we don't have
Oh,
to
my
unpack that at all. We should just listen to
Where did
we
you
should
drop
just listen
Dick
to
Murphys from?
Gavin's transmission.
You can't drop a bomb like that. And that's
Wait.
Gavin. I'm Gavin.
As our esteemed guest for the week, can I put my 2 cents in?
Go off.
Just to stir the pot a little more than we already have. I think the song is good. Mind you, I'm going into this completely blind. I told Rose, like, no gimmicks. I'm just listening to these songs and I'm telling you like it is. But I think my only bit for this episode is going to be trying to convince you guys that this song is like actually one of the best on the playlist.
It's good.
The first note that I have in my notes under Come Out and Play is this is my favorite Fugazi song.
Well, there's my least
There's
favorite
too
Dropkick
much going
Murphys
on
song.
right now. Like, you can't both say something like that. I'm already trying to unpack the Dropkick Murphys one. At least I get where the Fugazi one is coming from. I don't understand the Dropkick Murphys.
Well,
Maybe
you're gonna
we
have
just
to
need to
stew
get
on it. You're gonna have to stew on it.
Group together. The Dexter Holland, Ian Mackay, and the Dropkick Murphys guy. Get them all together in a room. I'm sure they'll make something beautiful.
His name is Dropkick Murphy.
Well, Chris, you're gonna have to stew on it a little bit longer because let's hear what
Stewie
Gavin.
on it because I'm in front of the Peter Griffin house.
No. Let's hear Gavin's transmission on.
I'm sure Gavin will
Play.
think the exact same thing about this song that I did.
Let's see what Gavin has to say.
Hello, everyone. This is Gavin. I'm currently in beautiful Kodiak, Alaska, going camping, going hiking, just looking at all the sites. Going to the Walmart that 4chan sent Pitbull to. I'll probably do that. But I'm still going to let you know how I feel about all these songs because I love you and I know you love me, Barney style. Keep them separated. I guess it's Come Out and Play. Keep them separated by the Offspring. I'm listening to the COVID parody of this song currently, so I just like that background music and all this. So enjoy that. Whatever. This song's bad. I liked it when I was a teenager because it was in Rock Band 2, and all the songs in that game are good, aside from this one, I guess. I'm sure we shit on a song that was in that game beforehand. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this song sucks. Jesus, I can't listen to this, but I'm glad pop punk bands are finally tackling gang violence. They're the most qualified to do it. Dexter Holland is very annoying. Whatever. Just who cares? Who could care about this? Green Day's coming up.
Yeah,
Go home and stay.
I feel like y'all are gonna hate me after this episode because me and Gavin have the opposite opinion on this. That's fucking insane. That's
Both
crazy.
Gavins are in disagreement. What do we do?
You know what? As much as I like this song, I can never tell you that you're wrong for hating the Offspring because that's an objectively correct opinion to have.
The thing
I mean,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I get why you would hate it. You know, like it makes sense to me.
Look, Dexter Holland's in the video. He's got his fucking white boy dreads or whatever, white boy braids, I think.
I'm glad we get an episode of White Boys freaking
Crazy
True.
white boy, Dexter Holland. He's one of the original crazy white boys out there.
Would you disagree with the notion that this song has Irish American energy?
Let's get to the next song. We gotta go. Please, we gotta go to Green Day. We gotta go.
I want to break this down. What does that mean?
No, we can't. We gotta go to Green Day. Next song.
We gotta move on.
Okay. Along with being an LA, I'm recording this at like my work office right now, and like my boss has put up a bunch of like posters and stuff. So like I'm staring daggers right now at a Seven Dust like gold certificate. Like
any other bands that there's a poster of?
That's a bunch of shit. I may have to take some photos.
Any bands that Gavin would
I'm
like?
sure you'll be.
Oh yeah,
bringing your
there's a
old
whole
10
part of
years.
there's a whole part of the wall that's just fish stuff. It's all
That's right, baby.
I'm
Taboo.
sure you'll be bringing all your old 10 years memorabilia to put up on the walls, and your gold record, tour stuff.
Maddie currently giving us a
No one is listening to me. I'm a host. We got to go to the next song.
I agree. So let's go to our next song. So after the Offsprings ran the top, Counting Crows number 1 with Einstein on the Beach for an Eggman for 1 week on August 13th, 1984. But we're not talking about that song.
What?
Yeah, we cut that song. We cut the counting. We got to talk about Counting Crows on Gavin's Should Have Been. So
For an Eggman.
For an Eggman. For an Eggman.
The chorus is so good.
But after that, Green Day's Basket Case number 1 on August 20th, 1994 for 5 weeks. So let's hear a little bit of Basket Case.
I'm holding up my copy of Green Day Rock Band right now. I bought this the day it came out.
I had no idea that was the thing. Wow.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people
I found
don't.
out that you can fit something into the cadence of the song. Just listen very carefully when it comes.
I always think this song is gonna be Brain Stew, and then I'm kind of disappointed because I like that song more. But this song is good too.
I mean, I think all the Green Day songs we've talked about
Features,
so far, and then we're gonna talk about
no Swedish songwriter. Just 100% pure uncut rock.
Oh God. I think Green Day deserves to be clowned on as much as they have been, in the past 15 years or so. But I mean, this is a heat.
I honestly think I might like 21 Guns more than all of the Dookie singles.
What the fuck, Alex?
I don't know what to say to
I get it though. I think 21 Guns like when it came out when I was.
What the hell?
21 Guns kind of fuck.
I don't know.
These singles are the best ones.
I don't know. Basket Case low-key gives off Flogging Molly vibes. What the fuck are you talking about? I could say random stuff too.
Yeah,
Guys, I'm opening
that
up
guy who has only seen the Boss Baby. Yeah, this is giving me real Boss Baby vibes right now.
What are we opening, Ian?
I didn't mention this in my intro, but I'm reporting to you live from Orlando, Florida. I have the recording of this podcast happened to overlap with my family vacation, so I'm not doing things with my family right now, and instead I'm in my hotel room drinking some shitty wine that I bought in the convenience store downstairs.
Nice.
So, cheers! I'm on my second glass already, and I
Cheers!
feel
Cheers to the weekend. Okay.
I'm on vacation in beautiful Quahog, Rhode Island, drinking a nice Pawtucket ale.
But once again, a great visual gag that none of you will see.
I'm explaining it. I'm outside of
if you think
Alex's
you're in
house
danger,
in Quahog,
blink.
Rhode Island, drinking a nice Pawtucket Patriot ale.
It's okay, Maddie. Chris and I are gonna hit up the Drunken Clam after the pod is done.
Nice.
Yeah, with our friends Joe, Murk, you, and Sal.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're talking about a Green Day song. No, Basket Case, this song's a fucking banger. It's one of the great pop punk songs. Like, it's fucking amazing. Like, what else is there to say? It's goddamn Basket Case. It's fucking Green Day. This is fucking good. All right, it's like, yeah, dude, I feel like a piece of shit, and I feel like a mental basket case. It's like, damn. It's like, damn, I'm crazy too. This song rocks.
I enjoy this one. However, I think it's my least favorite of the three big Dookie singles. Like, just I don't know. It's a bit overplayed, I guess, is the thing.
This is an e-boy anthem.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. The only thing is, I don't know how you talk about this song. I would say, I would wager a guess as to all the people on the pod right now. I'm probably the resident Green Day enjoyer.
Yes, which is partially why whenever Gavin dropped, we were very quick to get you on.
I thought I would have stuff to say about this, but I don't know how you talk about Basket Case. Everyone knows Basket Case.
Well, we can talk in Billy Joe's words. For example, in the
yes.
second verse, Basket Case references soliciting a male prostitute. Armstrong noted that, quote, I wanted to challenge myself and whoever the listener might be. It's also looking at the world and saying, it's not as black and white as you think. This isn't your grandfather's prostitute. Or maybe it was.
True
What
words.
does that mean?
I don't know what it means. I can't, like, think about it. Like, your granddad gets a fucking prostitute, and then you fuck the same prostitute. Like, what?
Billy Joe has been 13 since the 1980s.
Can we get some, like, 2010s pictures of Billy Joe up on the board?
No, I'm not doing that.
Please.
I'm not doing that. I don't feel like doing
Listen,
that.
if we have to look at the Berries and Cream man, aka Anthony Kiedis, for even 5 seconds, I deserve to see some Billy Joe.
Look, I'm trying to do something right now. Give me a second. I'll
just
maybe pull up these photos.
I don't know. I thought I would have more to say about this, but
Well,
I'm really, for the audio podcast about, talking about music from the 90s, I don't know what to say about this song from the 90s, other than the fact that it's Basket Case. And if I had a stinger for top 10 songs, I would tell you to hit that stinger.
Well,
I don't.
well,
you can hit.
well,
You
speaking-
can. You
I'm
can
not
hit.
gonna, well, I don't know. I don't know if I can hit Gavin's stinger. I don't know if I
No,
can.
I mean you can hit the interlude stinger. It'll ruin the joke for later, but just hit it because we're going to be hitting my interlude, the 3-second interlude I made for this week. I'm the guy who makes the interludes for these.
Yeah. By the way, we've said this in every pod, but Chris does the music that you hear every week. Does the theme song, does all the interludes.
Never got paid once.
Well, you never. Well, you just give them. To
Never
me.
what? Never asked. You never offered.
You just like put these on me. You say, all right, here it is. I don't even ask for them. You just give them to me.
Yeah, and I expect to be
Make him
compensated.
sound like a fucking bird animal. Oh my god.
Okay, well, maybe
Okay.
let's hear what Gavin has to say. Let's go to this week's transmission from Gavin on Basket Case.
Hey guys, it's Gavin again. Did you miss me? I miss you.
Me too.
I miss you so much. This is Fascist Case by Orange Day. It's a Trump remake parody. Basket Case by Green Day though. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about this song. I'm not a Green Day guy. I think I've realized, and that's okay. Green Day, they're a good band that never connected with me. I was listening to NoFX and hardcore when most people were supposed to be listening to Green Day, and unlike Blink-182, who I like as an adult, it never clicked with Green Day. I like some songs. Oh, Jesus. This is terrible. This song's all Trey Cool. Trey Cool is killing it. Mike Dirnt's okay. Billy Joe is the weak link. He could be replaced by anyone, including Matt Skiba, and Green Day would probably be a better band. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Bye, sucker.
No.
I think I agree
I'm
with
so
that.
worried. After last week, I am so worried about. I feel like Gavin is teeing up for something terrible. Because these all been very normal transmissions so far. I'm very.
I mean, most of them seem to have a pretty normal length, like 1 minute or so, other than one of them.
Yeah, I'm worried. Is there any lingering thoughts on Basket Case?
No, I really want to get to the next song.
Oh boy.
Well,
I'm going to be talking a lot on the next
anything
song,
else
and then
to-
after that, I will be chill for the rest of the episode.
I have one thing to say.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a host, so I should be able to. I should be making these calls.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say that I think we're probably. It seems like the pattern of this is that me and Alex are going to be disagreeing on a lot of stuff, but I think we both agree on one thing, and that this album would be way more iconic and way funnier if instead of Dookie, it was called Poopy.
Yeah, absolutely. Every morning I wake up and I think about this since Chris first proposed it in the Discord a week ago.
Oh God.
That's it.
Release the poopy cut.
I
No.
literally like last. I even talked about shit in a thermos cup. I don't want to hear any more about bodily fluids.
Oh,
You
won't
say
be
that
escaping them.
I know. I am well aware.
Do you want my answers for those rankings? From
No,
last-
I really don't. I really don't. Let's move on to our next song. So after Basket Case number 1 for 5 weeks,
we should make this episode under an hour, I think.
We'll see what
Okay,
happens.
speed
We'll
run.
see what happens.
I think we need a majority vote with all the hosts, including me.
Well, we'll see what happens. But our next song is R.E.M's "What's the Frequency, Kenneth," which number 1 on September 24th, 1994, for 5 weeks. So let's hear a little bit of "What's the Frequency, Kenneth." Boom, boom, boom.
That's right, baby. Rock and roll music is
My
back.
God, that's Rose's music.
This is real rock, guys. This is real rock. I think my number one takeaway after listening to like a ton of R.E.M. because of Rose is that gay people can be the only people who are listening to rock music. I think that's my opinion. And anybody who doesn't like R.E.M. like me, who like to go some solo vibe. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Ian, I couldn't hear you at all.
Ian, I don't think I can hear anything.
Not a single word. I could not understand even one.
Oh no. It's okay. It's probably just me anything.
Great fucking tremolo on this, by the way.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of What's the Frequency, Kenneth. Rose, R.E.M. are your boys. I'll let you go off.
My beautiful, beautiful boys, Mike Mills, Peter Buck, Bill Berry, Michael Stipe. What more can you say about them? They're wonderful. But there's a lot to talk about. Specifically, like, first of all, title of the song, you're probably wondering, wait, who's Kenneth?
Well, it's about, you know, it's just
Yeah,
about
so it is
tuning
sort of
the
about
radio
the like,
with your friend Kenneth.
yeah, kind of like it is a very interesting song about kind of trying to understand like what the fuck is Gen X through the lens of media. And they took the title from some guy who fucking attacked Dan Rather, and he kept yelling at him, Kenneth, what is the frequency? Also, for some reason, for David Letterman, they did a bit where they played the song with Dan Rather on lead vocals.
Who is Dan Rather?
He is like a news anchor.
Oh, okay.
He was like a news anchor from the era. It's weird.
That seems like something that R.E.M. would do. Those
Really
little...
showing your age there.
Yeah, I look, R.E.M. It's one of those bands that I there's like, obviously, like I said, Losing My Religion, that's classic, but I've never listened to an R.E.M. album in full. They are a big blind spot for me, and honestly, this is a fine song, but it does not compel me to go, okay, damn, I got to listen to more R.E.M. It's like, it's good.
To be fair, it is a bit of a like, I don't know the word, left turn. That's what I'm looking for. A left turn for them, like for this era at least.
They just put distortion on the guitars. That's all they did. That's all they did. That's a left turn. They was like, oh, let's just put some distortion on the guitars.
Well, like, the thing is, like, you have to take it into the context of the era, and that's what I want to get into now. So a couple weeks ago, during like the Drive segment, somebody asked, like, why the fuck is Drive
wanting to give like actual facts and shit. Doesn't want to talk about
because I want to talk about
there ain't
this
no Dave. Look, has the members of R.E.M. have they dumped 800 pounds of human waste into the Chicago River onto a passenger?
They dumped 800 pounds of waste into my ears with this one.
Am
I right?
You aren't allowed to talk about these songs not being as interesting as Dave Matthews when you wouldn't even give us the Dave Matthews interlude.
Nope. I look. The car commercial interlude, that's what I decided we're going to do for the whole series. I'm sticking with it, okay? We cannot turn.
I need a boys'
but
trip.
Rose, I would not want to.
We could be talking about ants marching tonight.
A better song.
I don't even.
I agree.
I don't.
So,
Rose,
do.
please. I can't. Rose, I cannot believe I'm asking you this, but please talk more about R.E.M.
This episode is going to end in physical violence somehow.
Probably yes.
Okay, so somebody asked a few weeks ago, like, why was Drive a single? And also, I feel like this coming after Drive and Losing My Religion's like, why does this single exist? Why are the band doing like fucked up glam rock now? So, following Drive and Automatic for the People specifically, in 1993, they had 2 multi-platinum albums behind them, and they decided to converge a band meeting. And they were like, 2 things. Number one, we haven't toured since 1989, and second, like, we are very tired of this moody ass playing on the Mando music. So they decided to make a stadium rock album, and it was a fucking nightmare. Several of Michael Stipe's friends, River Phoenix, Kurt, and Cobain both died. Like, the band just kept running into illnesses, an aneurysm, which we will get to later. And one particular instance, which I want to mention on the story, did any of you notice that at the end of this song, it like slightly slows down in tempo? Like, very slightly.
Maybe, but why is that? Why
Okay, so basically, what happened was, at one point, I believe it was Peter Buck, like, he kind of slowed down on his part because he was having an appendicitis attack, and immediately after the take, they just rushed him to the hospital, and that's the take you hear on record, is like, Peter Buck having an appendicitis attack and just fucking collapsing.
Even he wanted to get out of the song, and he made it.
Dude's rock.
That's because he was the wrong Peter.
Oh wait.
But yeah, the band then went on.
Let's get a.
I can give you a live. No, we don't need it. That's perfect.
Yeah. But yeah.
The band then went on an international tour with a bunch of groups that you haven't heard of, like Grant Lee Buffalo, Belly, PJ Harvey, Sonic Youth, and one other band that I'll tell you about in a moment. So during this tour, they decided to record their next record, New Adventures in Hi-Fi, which eventually came out in 1996. And they decided to take a lesson from one of the bands who they were touring with, which was like recording takes of the songs while at shows and on soundcheck. So you have 2 singles from that album, both of which are pretty interesting. Ebo the Letter was a lead single. It is like a 5.5 minute dirge of a song that like is mostly spoken word and has Patti Smith on guests. It is not at all a remotely commercial single, but it peaked at number 2 on the alt charts. I think they should have put a different song up, which is Electrolyte. Michael Stipe did not like Electrolyte until one guy, who I was just about to tell you about, decided to convince him otherwise. That guy was in a band that opened for Radiohead. Ugh. That guy was in a band that opened for R.E.M. at the time. They were on their second album, The Bends, their Radiohead. Tom York really loved Electrolyte. He thinks it's the best song that R.E.M. have ever done, and he single-handedly convinced Michael Stipe to put it on the record. It should have been the lead single, and I think it would have gone number 1 instead of Ebo. The point is, R.E.M. are bad at choosing singles. They keep doing things specifically to try to subvert expectations, and that is how you get Drive, and that is how you get Ebo the Letter, and that is why R.E.M. are not on the charts for the rest of this decade.
I think they should have called it E-Boy the Letter.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's about River Phoenix, and River Phoenix seems like a proto E-Boy.
Proto E-Boy, absolutely.
Well, with all those R.E.M facts, let's hear a little transmission from Gavin. Let's hear what Gavin had to think about what's the frequency, Kenneth.
I already know what Gavin thinks.
Yeah, no, I don't like this.
Hey guys, it's Gavin again. I already know Rose is freaking out and having a meltdown because I said Michael Stipe sounds terrible on this song. This is a random guy I found on YouTube doing an acapella version. This was uploaded 3 years ago and has 7 views, and he sounds pretty much just as good as Michael Stipe. And Rose, if you disagree with me, I just want you to know there are more bears than there are humans on this island, so I'm the toughest motherfucker ever. If you want to combat my takes, you're going to need to do some dangerous shit like I'm currently doing. If you want to, I don't know, swim with sharks or maybe walk a tightrope over a vat of hippos, something like that, then you can step to my level and say some shit about Michael Stipe. But until then, he sounds terrible. This song is boring. It's nothing. All of R.E.M's hits that we've heard so far, aside from Losing My Religion, which is a classic that's boring to talk about, have been just flat out boring. Don't care. Fight me. I'm right. Everyone loves me, and you're wrong. Bye.
Thank you, Gavin. I appreciate it.
You can't argue with that.
I'm sorry for telling the story about Radiohead while you were gone. That was mean of me.
Oh,
You would have killed me if you were on.
It's just so sad that we're listening to all these after he died in a bear attack.
I know. It's so
He
sad.
got killed by the Walmart bear.
The Walmart bear.
He was mauled by a bear after attempting to hunt them to extinction. As
he got real life ratioed by the bear. It's sad.
As everyone saw in my video, Which the one thing Gavin told, well, it wasn't the one thing. He told me to do multiple things. I forgot most of them. He told me to call him Mr. Ratio, and I did call him Mr. Ratio.
Yes, Mr. Ratio. I miss Gavin so much.
Yeah, well, Ratio.
I miss him. Well, this R.E.M. song makes me feel like makes me dead tired, and when I get dead tired and I wake up, I feel like this next song, which is unless anyone had any final thoughts on What's the Frequency, Kenneth.
Okay, I think my Wi-Fi cut out for a second. That's why you couldn't hear me during the song interlude. But all I need to say is, I don't know. I think more gay people should make rock music, and Michael Stipe rocks. And yeah, I just wanted to let Rose take over for that one because I know she knows more than I do. But yeah, R.E.M. good. R.E.M. good. Distortion good. Yeah.
All right. Well, our next song is coming up after Focus Against Chemist. Another pretty long reign. Zombie by the Cranberries, number 1 on October 29th, 1994, for 6 weeks. And let's hear a little bit of Zombie. It's a classic, folks. It's a classic. What can you say?
Yeah.
It's a classic, but honestly, I'm sleeping, but I'm a little more awake from the last song. Still sleeping, though.
I mean, this song is great, but I kind of wish it was Dreams.
I like Dreams better. This is their quintessential song.
Oh yeah,
but I like Dreams more.
My thing is just that there are better Cranberries songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I like the one later. The one that we have later in the series is pretty good.
The Cranberries is kind of a really cool band name.
I agree. Great band name.
Oh yeah.
I can't really speak to the I'm not well informed enough to speak to the politics of this song, as I don't know enough about the conflict between Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. But since we have someone who knows, it's Irish, so apparently it sounds just like, Dropkick Murphys.
This is giving me some Dropkick Murphys vibes.
Look, I understand what you're saying, but I said Irish American. This is just Irish.
Yeah, big
There's a key difference.
So I found one little detail that I think is interesting on the Wikipedia page. There is a cover that was officially signed off by Dolores herself by a band called Bad Wolves.
Bad Wolves. I know that. They played that on my local butt rock station a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not a good cover, but hey,
they stole the name from the Bad Wolf Challenge. I'm not allowed to get into specifics, but there are lawyers taking action.
Didn't Zack Snyder use this song in Army of the Dead without really knowing? Like it's not about actual zombies, Zack. It's a politics.
I think he knows what he's doing. I trust Zack Snyder to have more than 2 brain cells, even if I don't like him.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this one's a classic. What's there to say? What is there to say? Well, I know someone who has something to say, and that's Gavin. So let's hear what Gavin thought of Zombie.
Hey guys, it's Gavin again with more takes. Listen to this shit. This is a parody of Zombie called Harambe. I really wanted to put this on stream, but I think it might be too bad. It's a full song cover. This song has entered the Toto Africa canon of Jesus. White people. White people sort of song. I think it's overplayed and it's good. There are better songs by this band. It's good, but if I never heard this song again in my life, I think I'd be cool with it. No idea what you guys are saying. Hope you're having fun. Ooh, I'm I'm currently fighting a bear. It wants my salmon.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No,
Thanks,
Gavin.
I didn't know it was this close before the fateful accident.
Wait, these
Oh,
transmissions could be out of order, though. We might not have to hear him getting attacked actively by a bear.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Any lingering thoughts on Zombie? Are we ready to move on?
I agree. Exactly
I was gonna make the obligatory like normcore cockatoo twins reference, but I don't want people to get mad at me. I don't want to.
Anytime somebody does vocal riffing, I have to silently think to myself, "Damn, they're on some Anthony Kiedis shit."
Well, we're about to get to some vocal riffing with our next song, though. As coming up next, Nirvana's "About a Girl" from their MTV Unplugged album, and I should say one of the important things that happened. I believe I'm trying to remember when exactly. I think when did Kurt die in April 1994?
I thought it was
I'm
in
not
like
sure.
1993.
No, it was definitely
No,
it was
it's
94. It was 94. So like, this is the first Nirvana song to go number one post Kurt killing himself. And it is a MTV Unplugged version of a track from their first record, Bleach. And of course, anyone who knows About a Girl knows a very famous cover of it, but I'm not gonna play it. We've all heard it.
We should save it for later.
I've played it on the pod before. We've all heard. We played it on the pod. We played it on the stream. We've all heard it before. We don't need to hear it again. Okay, but let's hear a little bit of About a Girl from Nirvana.
MTV Unplugged is the best Nirvana album.
I haven't listened to a full Nirvana album, and I need to do that eventually.
It's damn good. Nirvana's another band that's I don't know how you talk about it, you ass.
Oh motherfucker!
That was
It really does like highlight how awful Wes's performance is. Like, it's really stark, that change.
I could see why they waited until after Kurt died to release that, because he wouldn't have signed off on it.
Okay, we're back. Look, we're back. We're back.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you not to put it back again.
I want a little bit of the West.
I don't trust you.
A little bit of the West. It's fun to have a little bit of West in there. Oh, whoa. They're melting. They're harmonizing together.
Damn, this P Daddy cover rips. I'm so mad over it.
Wes has nailed this cover too. Like, something happened that morning.
Let me find the good cover he did of this, because again, there is
what you just played the good cover. It's the one that brings me a bunch of joy.
God.
I like how it's like the fourth result for Puddle of Mud on YouTube.
God. Oh, here we go.
Wait.
I don't want to hear him nail it.
He's not doing any of the whatever vocal ticks he's doing in this 2020 version.
Can I get an everything is so messed up?
Oh yeah. Let's get in everything is so messed up real quick in the chat. Shit,
Blurry number 2.
Oh yeah.
Number 2 on the board.
It's this one?
No.
Oh, that one. Well, hang on. I think it's this one.
Can I go? Wait, no, it's one to the left. One to the left.
The one on the left?
Why didn't you add the one that I made?
You made one?
Not that one. Yeah, the I love the way you peg my ass.
I forgot. I need you to send it to me, and
absolutely. This is why I'm a host. We need to be on top of this.
That's what Chris be saying when I don't put his sound on the soundboard, folks. Am I right? But no. Obviously, here's the thing. The song, it's been a joke for us because of the West version for almost a year now. But About a Girl is a fucking amazing song, and the unplugged version is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think the unplugged version is great. I listened to the old version a lot before I noticed that we had the wrong version on this playlist.
That's correct. I did not realize it was the wrong version. But no, it's fucking great. I'm a bit surprised that the man who sold the world didn't get on. I assume they probably pushed it to radio, but I'm surprised it never went number one because that always seems to be like the one from Unplugged that everyone's like, yeah, that is the song of this like album / performance. But like, yeah, no, we touched on this in the last episode, which obviously, yeah, it got quickly derailed because because of Gavin. But which is why I'm scared to press play on the on his transmission.
You don't have to do it just yet.
I don't have to do it just yet, but no, this is a fantastic song. And
apparently, Nirvana's "Man Who Sold the World" peaked at number 6.
Okay, so they did push it to the radio. But like, nevertheless, it just like Kurt was an amazing songwriter, even from the beginning. Like, he was a really fantastic songwriter that was really able to kind of mesh together. Like, obviously, this punk, metal, kind of harsh sounds, but like really putting in there like really strong melodies and like really long, like strong lyrical motifs. Like realizing like these like great metal, or at least early metal, early punk songs, like they were great because like, hey, like first and foremost, like they were great pop songs, and he understood that, was able to sort of kind of make it his own thing. He was able to sort of transform it into something else. Obviously, coming in from the Pixies and whatnot. Although Pixies, I've never listened to a full Pixies album. Everyone always, even Kurt himself was like, yeah, no, like I'm just ripping off the Pixies. But it's just like, I think there's a reason why the Pixies never really blew up. Totally not until years later.
You should stop talking before you say something you will regret.
No, keep talking. I want to hear Pixies.
I mean, look, here's the. I say this because I just haven't gotten that into Pixies, and maybe it'll happen at some point. But it's just like Kurt really blew up because the Pixies. I mean, the Pixies, they were always like just a little bit too weird for the mainstream. Obviously, they have songs that are big now, but that was like years after. They had already broken up by the time that like the Pixies got like really big, or there was a really big reappraisal and be like, oh shit, the Pixies. At that point, they already broke up at that point, or they were basically done for.
Where is My Mind is another Start a Race War song.
This is correct. Well, speaking of race wars, let's see what Gavin has to think on this song, because I'm so worried. I'm so worried about what Gavin has to say about A Girl.
Yeah, you already know what I'm playing because you're gonna listen to it as well, probably 1,000 times. I don't have anything to say. I have nothing to say. I just want you to listen to the Puddle of Mud cover of this again.
I'm already one step ahead of you, Gavin.
Oh.
Wes is an artisan. Did Gavin really not say anything for the rest of it?
I don't know. I'm not listening to any of his transmissions.
There's nothing to say. What can we say about Nirvana that anyone else hasn't already said? It's more funny to talk about Wes.
We could say that we could say that they sound like Dropkick Murphys.
Like couple more instruments, and this is either Animal Collective or like fucking Pat the Bunny. I don't care about the Nirvana song, but it gave us this, so thank you, Kurt, and thank you, Wes.
Oh God! Any lingering? It's a great song. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. But like to your point, like talking about like the pop mentality within the noisy music, especially considering this is a cut from their first album, Bleach, very noisy record, and then this is just like a straight up like pop song on there. Just like kind of like a 60s like jangle pop song. They're just I mean, it's good. What else is there to say? This version is great. It's legendary. It's a fantastic. The Unplugged album is incredible.
Yeah. Okay, so I was watching a Nirvana documentary yesterday, and I think it was some kind of Canadian one. So they have like interviews from a bunch of people. They interviewed Gene Simmons at one point, or they have archival footage from Gene Simmons. And I'm gonna show everybody, but is the green screen? Oh yeah, the green screen might block it. That is Gene Simmons, and there are two very young-looking girls surrounding him.
Yeah, like, I can't see that.
Holding his shoulder.
Rock, man, I love dudes.
I love Gene Simmons. Me and Gavin both watched. I'm pretty sure both of us watched a lot of the Gene Simmons reality show, Gene Simmons Family Jewels.
I was watching that the other day. Really good stuff.
Well, the other day, I grew up watching that.
Well, let's hear a little bit of what Gene Simmons had to say about I believe is Kurt Cobain's suicide.
Whatever you put in your system will inside themselves.
Okay, it's both coming
That's
in.
why people take drugs.
They interviewed also right before Gene Simmons in this documentary.
Stay in bad relationships. It doesn't take a genius to realize that whatever you put in your system that numbs your senses sooner or later is going to hurt you. Drugs and alcohol are a symptom of a larger issue. It's how you feel about yourself. If you like yourself, if you're comfortable in your own skin, I'd hope that you'd never do anything to hurt yourself. I thought that about Kurt Cobain.
What the fuck is he talking about? It's just shaming Gene
Thank God for
Simmons.
Gene Simmons. Saying
Thank
the
God
stuff
for-
that we're too scared to say.
Too afraid to talk about drug addiction and telling junkies, "Hey, you guys stink."
Someone had to say it.
Gene,
Oh God,
Gene
Jesus
is
Christ.
really one of the worst people alive.
He's
so
terrible.
terrible.
It really is.
So terrible that reality show's so good.
Man,
Gene Simmons
I'm so
Family
glad
Jewels.
that Gene Simmons is doing a public service by, when he dies, making sure that there's a new public restroom for everyone. It's his grave.
Oh God. Well, let's go. Are we ready to go to our next song?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I spotted a puddle of mud shirt in the wild the other day while I was
Nice.
like, fucking Magic Kingdom. So just to put that out there for everybody.
It's a listener of the pod.
Nice.
I'm sure they'd love what we have to say about Wes.
well. After About a Girl's reign at number one for 1 week, R.E.M's Bang
Oh yeah,
number
also
one,
this song has Dropkick Murphys vibes.
December 17th, 1984. I'm gonna just barrel through that. I'm not even gonna acknowledge what you just said. December 17th for 3 weeks. We're not talking about that though. We're talking about our next song though, which is When I Come Around from Green Day, for number one on January 7th, 1995, for 7 weeks. 7 weeks. Let's hear a little bit of When I Come Around.
Absolutely. Legendary. What else is there to say other than the fact that there is a song on this album all about jacking off, and it's not the song called When I Come Around.
I think Welcome to Paradise might be my favorite of the Dookie songs.
Single didn't go number one.
Yeah.
There's
Also,
a couple.
originally on Welcome to Paradise, originally on their album before this, Kerplunk, which is my favorite Green Day album. I gotta say something.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we're gonna say about this. I gotta throw some. I don't have the same encyclopedic knowledge about this band that Rose does about R.E.M. I might, but I don't know how much of this would be interesting.
It's just hard to talk about this. Maddie has shown us a bear in a telephone pole, which is so much more interesting than most of the music we're going to talk about tonight.
Look,
It's
been a trend in our chat since the whole Donda stuff.
How did he get up there?
Bears are fucking wild.
He's hiding from Gavin.
Yeah, that's true.
We have just been posting sleeping bears in the chat for the past 2 weeks off and on when anything about Kanye West pops up. If we're talking about Kanye West, we're throwing a sleeping bear, but I'm not throwing a sleeping bear to this song because this is my favorite Green Day song on this episode and maybe of the series overall. This is a fucking amazing song. I love this quite a bit. It's just it is where Basket Cases obviously is a much more pure pop punk song. I do like this one because I do think it's relatively unique because it's a lot more down tempo and kind of you here's the thing. A big complaint that I would say I have about some songs on the series is that they waste their moment where it's they build to a chorus and they just don't give it the energy it needs to have. But what makes this song work is the fact that that chorus doesn't really have that big giant jump in energy that you think would have in a big pop punk song, and that's the point. It's just it's when I come around, he's making these big statements, but you hear in his voice he can't fully back it up.
I've had a brain blast.
Oh no!
So
which by the way, Alex's Zoom name is now everything is so messed up. By the way,
in Longview, he sings. He says, "Bite my lips," or Bite My Lip and Close My Eyes, Take Me Away to Paradise. And then later on the album, when he finally comes, we get Welcome to Paradise. When Billy Joe has arrived, he's finished jacking off.
Oh, Jesus.
Not what it's about, but I'll accept that theory.
But it's fucking. I mean, come on. These like big Dookie songs. I mean, there's a Dookie song. I mean, like, is Brains 2?
No,
that's the one
that's
where
on
it's like
Insomniac.
It's like Dinette.
That's Insomniac.
That's
the next album.
Insomniac. Okay, gotcha. Which I don't. Did I go? What? There's a bunch of Green Day songs on this list. I think there's. Okay, they had 4 number ones, and we're talking.
And
about...
I'm noticing. I didn't know this. I see one that you cut. I'm pretty upset about this.
Look, we set a like 2 song per artist limit on.
You
put either. I picked 3.
2 per episode.
2 per episode. 2 per episode
Okay.
is what we try to hit. Like I said, and then there's some artists where it's just like R.E.M. It's like no one knows Bang and Blame, but people know what's the frequency in Kenneth. And sometimes
I think you all would have hated Bang and Blame.
Look, I'm not gonna explain what we cut, like why we cut what we cut. You know, I've explained this on past podcasts.
I'm not actually upset.
No one needs to know. But you know, I'm not gonna cut off our boy Gavin. Let's hear what he had to think of When I Come Around.
Hey guys, it's Gavin. This is some Boy Scouts playing When I Camp Around. This is so cute. This was the number 1 song when I was born. And this is probably my favorite Green Day song. I like this song a lot, and pretty much for the same reasons I said I guess I didn't like Basket Case. I like Basket Case, okay. Just the bass line on the song is sick. It's just a nice little chord progression. It's fun. Oh, Harms. I definitely prefer this version though. This is cute. You should look it up. Give them a like. They only have 4 thumbs up. When I Come Around, Scout parody by the last name of these brothers. Don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I think it's Sluter, but it's a word that I don't know the optics of this sort of stuff. I don't know why I'm talking about it. I miss you guys a lot. I could have used this song when preparing for my hike. Oh, I killed that bear, by the way. It's dead, and I'm going to be wearing its skin when I come back. I'm tempted to make you all listen to this, but I won't.
Oh my god, I just realized what's next.
Oh god.
Well, I have a little more to say about this.
So I'm pulling something up from my. So as I said, I'm in my office. I work for a radio promotions company, and my boss has been in the game for he's been in the game literally since the '80s. So he has a ton of stuff. And there is a signed Dropkick Murphys little promo photo here in the office, Alex.
Close personal friend of my favorite band in the world. Maddie also flashed us his driver's license.
Don't. No one look at that.
Also, Danko Jones.
Who is that?
That's work stuff. That's work stuff.
You're the one who chose to share your screen with us. At least
Yeah,
close out some tabs.
I had to. I fucking had to because you had to show us that fucking tribute to Gavin.
Can I say something about Green Day?
Yes, go ahead, please.
No.
This is the last one that we're going to be. Oh, okay. This is the last one we're talking about.
You're the co-host. Rose is
You're Gavin.
You are the
You're
co-host.
Wait, can I say something? I'm a guest too.
Go ahead.
I want to get a word in about Green Day.
Go ahead, Ian.
Because I'm gonna make Mr. Barry March mad. I'm gonna make him mad. Listening to these songs now, mind you, I didn't grow up on Green Day the way that some of y'all might have. So I don't have the same opinions as y'all, and I don't have the sentimentality. But listening to these songs again, I kind of like them a little bit more, and I can appreciate them for what they are, but it's not my thing. And I just want to get that out there. I think that The Offspring is a lot more fun, and I'd rather be listening to come out and play again.
You were. I was totally fine with it until you talked about the Offspring.
Okay, look, you
you're
gotta
not
keep them
gonna win any
separated.
hearts.
Them being us and Ian.
I can excuse being a fan of the Offspring. What I can't excuse is saying that the Offspring are better than Green Day.
Look,
I actually
both,
kind of.
both
I don't
of
think
these
they
songs
necessarily
say the
said
word
that.
"come," so they're
It's
both
true.
okay in my book.
People in 1994 and 1995 were just fucking coming everywhere. They just wanted. They just wanted.
These are right off the heels of the song all about Billy Joe Armstrong jacking off, cranking his hog. And America just ate that shit up. They made it number one.
America went in droves to buy an album called Poopy. Also, we gotta talk about on the cover how there's a guy who asks, where is Monkey?
Yeah, and there's a monkey throwing poo-poo.
Yeah, the
Oh my
monkey.
God.
The monkey is in the corner with a thought bubble, and he's holding a poop, presumably his own. And the thought bubble says, "Throw?" Question mark.
It's so funny. What a great album.
Oh, God.
When
Alex, I was like starting to laugh at you, and then I realized what our next song is. If
we just talked about
the
this
crash
song.
test if the crash test dummies made us do what we did last week, I fear what this song is going to make us.
Can
do.
I say one thing
Also,
about
I
this
wanna
song?
shout out
I'm a
another
host.
guy.
Please let me say something.
Go, do
I'm
it.
trying to be polite. I
Do
just
it.
want to say something.
Go for it.
I got
Fuck.
something to say. Okay. Oh shit! I lost my train of thought.
Come.
It's back. All right. Okay.
Rip.
Okay. Well, yeah. This is probably the best Green Day single that we've heard so far, possibly for the rest of the '90s. And I
This is the last one. This is the last one for the 90s.
This is the last one.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
not
they
because
have
you
it,
cut one
because-
after this.
Yeah, there's
but-
one that got cut,
thought
but
there was another
nothing.
one
But
after,
nothing.
I thought
but
there was one
nothing-
after this.
Nope, nothing on Insomniac.
Oh
number
well,
one.
then definitely, absolutely, this is the best one. Like you were saying, down tempo. It's kind of it's. I don't think it's over 3 minutes long. I don't have
It's
the.
barely 3 minutes.
It's like it's just it gets in, gets out. It says what it has to say. The chorus is like 2 seconds long. It's incredible. Mike Dirnt, the bassist, is really like the star of this whole thing. The bass line in this song is incredible, and he only does like a harmony part one time on one word during the chorus. During the chorus when he says "found," literally he just says the word "found" on top of Billy Joe, and it makes everything so much better. Less is more. It's a great song. It's better. I hate to say it. It's better than the one about Billy Joe, choking the chicken. But that one is also just a lot of great bass work. And that's all I gotta say. I don't have to wax poetic about
the
Green Day.
next song.
Do you think Mr. Armstrong was doing good bass work?
He was slapping something. I'll tell you that.
Oh boy. Well,
This isn't your grandpa's prostitute.
I don't know.
Say your
Our next song, folks. Our next song. Our next song is.
I only got one thing to say about this song.
Last week we talked about.
We got to break this down line by line.
Jesus Christ. We talked about.
There's nothing you need to say about the next song. It speaks for itself.
There's one thing to say.
Did I assume? Wait, did I play Gavin's transmission for the song, right?
Yeah.
I did. Okay, just want to make sure we didn't forget. But we talked about lives. We talked about live on last week's episode because we talked about their song "Selling the Drama." But then, about a year later, their song "Lightning Crashes" went number one on February 25th, 1995, for a whopping 9 weeks.
Can I just say, I didn't know that this band existed until this playlist. I genuinely did not know that this band was a thing.
Me too. They sold 8 million copies.
I didn't know the song last week. I
need to listen to more butt rock radio.
The songs from this album were everywhere for years. Like, in when I was alive, like in the early 2000s, they were like playing this song and
when you were
Selling
in
the
Live?
Drama and I Alone all the time.
Look, Alex is not in any bands. I'm in 10 years.
I thought you said that when you were in Live.
No, I said when I was alive, like this album.
I'm here when I was in Live.
born.
You're saying this. We're saying the same thing.
We're just playing. We just got to hear the song. playing
here we
the,
go.
even though it might, I don't think I ended up playing
Moment of
the
silence.
This moment she's been waiting for.
Wait.
No, this is
What?
after.
Oh,
Put it
that's so
after.
fucked, Maddie.
I gotta say it. We gotta say it. Her placenta falls to the floor.
Her placenta falls to the floor.
You didn't have to mention the placenta.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have no choice.
It's important.
Her placenta falls to the floor.
I can't get over how they like mention the placenta falling on the ground. Like,
Look, I shouldn't stroke the ego of the Gen X mindset. This song is so fucking good. This
It's
song
great.
is so much better than it has any right to be. It does not waste an entire second. It's just building up the entire time. This song is incredible.
A number
says
one
come.
hit has the word placenta in it.
And he says, I could feel it coming.
I've been trying to muster words for this and I can't. This thing is just inexplicable to me. It's like a monolith.
This song,
It takes like almost 3 minutes to get to the chorus.
And it's incredible. This is, if you could turn the entirety of
don't
Gen
know.
X into one song, it would be this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this song is really stupid,
I
but
don't-
like the placenta thing has just thrown me off to such a degree where I'm just like, I can't do this anymore.
I don't understand what this guy's saying really, because he's a butt rock singer, and you can't understand what they're saying half the time.
It's like, dude,
Somebody on Twitter described this band as U2 meets R.E.M, and I'm just like
You can
dumbfounded.
call him out by name.
No,
It was
I think
that
it's more like
Matthew-
Yeah,
Robert
but
Murphy.
so many.
It was that Matthew P. motherfucker, or was it Hayden?
It was Perpetua.
Perpetua. Man, Matthew Perpetua. Shut
What
up.
the fuck are you on about?
Fucking Gen X. If you are Gen X, you should walk in the.
Except Michael Stipe. Michael Stipe is
You
the
know
only
how
good
in
Gen-
Norse culture, where if you get too old, they just put you on a boat and they send you out in the lake. We need to just do that with every Gen X person, not boomers, just like Gen X people. Like, you guys fucking failed. You fucking failed. You were given everything and you fucking failed. Go on the raft and die out in the river.
It's fair, but I think this is the best thing. Well, I mean, there is plenty of failed Gen X offerings. This is probably the best thing musically they have to offer. Just like, I'm so...
Damn, we really should have just wiped that whole generation out.
I'm just so interested. I'm so interested in the mindset of a guy who's like, there is just something so connected about someone dying and a baby being born. That's so crazy, man.
It's
And
a
I think we
cosmic
can
gumbo.
solve the crises in this world if I could sing about that.
It's a cosmic gumbo, okay?
Oh god. So like this song, like I didn't know the band who made this song, but obviously as soon as the hook came in, like I was like, oh, I know this song. Like this is one that got played on the white people radio stations like all the time when I was a kid. But so there was a hint of nostalgia of that, with me. But like as I kept listening, I just tuned out so much with this song. Like this is one of the first butt rock songs. It is one of the first butt rock songs, and because proto butt rock, it has not. It ain't no. This guy ain't no Wes Scantlin. Okay, he ain't no Wes Scantlin. All right. Butt rock has not aged like a fine wine just yet. This is an early one. I do not like this song very much. And this is the point of the playlist.
I don't like this song.
There are good songs after this.
This is
but
a great song.
You have not completely had the butt rock mindset fully. It hasn't fully developed inside of you. This is like the first butt rock band. This is right after
Yeah,
Cobain
no,
died.
that's what I'm saying.
This is post grunge.
This is this is like literally like we are like
Live-
less than a year from Kurt Cobain.
Live has given us so much.
I feel so
They gave us
Damn,
a
they
fucking
should really
shitty
bring
ass
it back.
song last week and another mediocre one this week that everyone's.
Everything about that song was great except for one thing.
I'm gonna
one very bad thing.
I'm not gonna say a slur.
You can't say that. You're not going to say that when you were just throwing around slurs left
You
and
know,
right on
you
the
know,
last
you know,
episode.
there
I
was
didn't
a
forget.
sentiment used about the Crash Test Dummies song last week, and I really think it applies here, which is this is a good song to shit yourself to.
Well, speaking of
like
Gavin,
even more so than which is a good song.
Which is a
by the
good
way.
song.
It's so
God.
good. Like
Well-
y'all were so mean to the dummies.
Well, yeah, because they stink. That's
No,
all.
you're
No,
wrong.
you
It's
don't
okay to be wrong.
understand. Once there was this
Is
kid
pure
who couldn't
evil.
come to school.
Like, did you not
hard.
pay attention to what that did to us? Like, any positive feelings I
it
had
That would
made
have
me
about
wanna
happened
Song
cancel
are gone
regardless of
forever.
if that song
It made me
existed.
wanna cancel
Any
myself,
mediocre
Alex.
song would have just completely stonewalled you. You all would have had a mental breakdown regardless. Gavin is gone. There is no order. God is dead.
This
Well,
is
Gavin's
crazy.
not gone actually, because we have a transmission from Gavin on
Alright.
Lightning Crashes. So let's hear what
Well,
Gavin
Gavin
has to
thinks
say.
this song sucks. I don't want to hear this.
Lightning Crashes is a bad song.
Yeah.
And I've
No.
been trying the entire time that I've been recording these. I just recorded "You Oughta Know," just so you know. I'm way ahead of this song, but I've been trying to do a rave DJ mix of Lightning Crashes by the band Live, and my favorite video, which is fart sounds. But not even rave.dj wants to listen to this song, and I don't blame it. This song is very, very bad. All the songs by this band are bad. I'm being real negative on this episode, and just to let you know, that trend does not change. This is not the best playlist, especially after last week. But yeah, fuck this song, fuck this band. Have fun at the state fair, sucka. That's where you belong.
Yeah, well, Gavin's dead, so he has nothing to say to me. I'm the new Gavin.
Oh god.
You can't blame a song. You can't say it's the song's fault that you started talking about atrocities and throwing slurs around.
Well, that
you
was
can't say it was
I
because of the
haven't
song.
brought that shit up.
You know what I mean when I say you.
I don't like this song. Nostalgia it's only so strong. And this song, it's not the butt rock that I enjoy. It's not it's like very dramatic, but it has too much dignity to really go for it like these butt rock guys have. All right, this is like I said, post grunge was post grunge when some of these guys still had a little bit of dignity. Like Westmont has no dignity. He has no dignity. He sang this. All right, he sang this.
I love the way you smack my ass.
That man has no dignity at all.
Come on. Don't.
This is before butt rock leaned into the dumb guy mindset. They were trying to be
Exactly.
smart.
They're
Yeah.
trying to be smart. And we've got a couple of those.
I
We
think
got
I
a
actually
couple
have
of
one
those
more
coming up.
comment to say. Once there was this kid.
Anyways, well, we're at the halfway point of the playlist. We are at the halfway
flow.
point of the episode, which means, folks, it is time for the car commercial interlude of the week.
Come.
The car commercial interlude of the week is White Reaper's Might Be Right, which is one of the songs went number one in the 2020s. Actually, let me
Oh
double
my
check
god.
and make sure when it went number
2020.
one. Well, I know in 2020, but like I want
I believe it was like mid-year, because the album released like late 2019.
yes.
Oh wait, back up.
White Reaper went number one on February 15th, 2020 for 1 week. So it was number one on my birthday. That's great. Let's listen to a
Happy
little
birthday,
bit
Maddie.
of well, it's not. It's this is July. It's
Happy
not
birthday, Maddie.
I know.
February. Let's hear a little bit of Might Be Right from White Reaper.
This is unrelated, but when you're typing in lists in Google, when you typed in lists, the first thing that was in autocomplete was list of plane crashes.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That literally was the thing. I thought you typed that in.
Okay, what's the code variant?
No, go to list. Just
Wait.
list. What the hell? It was there, I swear. Or am I just tricking you into doing more visual gags?
Try list of poop spills.
I'm not doing that.
Why not? Come on,
I
I
man.
made a list of bands who dumped 800 pounds of human waste on the Chicago River.
Oh, fuck.
What are we listening to?
Listen to Might Be Right by White Reaper.
Oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a big shrug from me.
Oh.
No, I think these funky little white boys go kind of hard with it.
I think this is a very lovely song, and as somebody who has been listening to White Reaper since 2015 with their debut, White Reaper does it again. I'm so happy for them. Like they just continually leveled up, and now they're here, with a #1 song. Like, it's nice.
It's a good song. I like this song quite a bit, and we put it on because Rose is a big White Reaper fan. Sadly, Gavin cannot join us, although they left us a transmission. So
yeah, it sucks that he died.
It sucks that he died, but he leaves us with this. So let's hear what he said on which is, by the way, this is the longest. This is the longest transmission.
Really
I'm very scared. So let's see what Gavin.
I think he's just gonna be nice. Don't worry.
I couldn't find anything funny for this song. It's the car commercial interlude. Maddie put this on the 1 week that I'm not around because he hates me, and that
No, I didn't know you were gonna be in fucking Alaska, you piece of shit.
For all the things I've said on this podcast, because I really like the band White Reaper. I wasn't crazy about this album when it came out because it was too like Thin Lizzy, I guess. But Thin Lizzy are sick. I love any like guitar solos that have like two like leads playing like the same thing but like in different octaves. Like just
Guitar minis.
Classic shit. Boys Are Back in Town. This song has Boys Are Back in Town vibes. Yeah. And for that, I must respect it. I prefer the other single. I think it's called Real Long Time from this album. But I'm a White Reaper self-titled EP guy through and through. Their other stuff is good.
That's right.
This is probably the best song we're going to talk about in the car commercial interludes for this series because it's sick and it's good and it's a band that deserves to be successful. Rad shit. Gotta love it. I don't have any more Alaska jokes. I'm doing all this off the dome because this is the one night where Taylor is not in my apartment and I can look up shit like when I camp around. Do you guys miss me? I hope Barely March is doing good.
I really miss you, Gavin.
If not, Maddie, send me a text right now with a gun emoji and I'll do what needs to be done. I love you all.
Well,
Thank you, Gavin.
Well, I would never sing Gavin a gun emoji to tell him that Barely March is doing a bad job as the.
What the hell? Give me his number. I'll message it. I'll message him that.
He might call me. Because like I said, obviously last week we had to call him because Ivan was going off about live. Which again, Ivan would have been in better company this week amongst you fucking freaks and weirdos and geeks. But no, this song
I think it would be fun if you just gave me his number and you got a text from a random number with this.
Actually, I will. Hang on. I'm not going to dox Gavin on the podcast.
That's all right. You're someone's editing it. They can cut
it
out or not. Who cares?
Chris, do you have your phone out? I'm going to say Gavin's phone number. I'm going to say Gavin's phone number right now. I'm going to bleep this. Bleep this. Are you ready?
Oh, shit. Oh, you're saying it? Oh, fuck. I'm not ready for that.
Oh, I'm waiting. Just let me know when you're ready.
All right.
Okay, Gavin's phone number. This is Gavin's real phone number. And if you missed that, listeners, it is. And if you missed that one more time, just in case. That is Gavin's phone number. That is Gavin's phone number. And I won't bleep this part. His area code is okay. I'm not gonna bleep that part. You could all triangulate his position from there. But he's in Alaska, so he's completely off the grid. But no, this song is good. Are we ready to get back into the list proper?
Yeah, please.
Let's get back into the list proper. So after Live's dominant reign,
I texted him and he just replied, "Oh no."
Coming up next, we have Better Than Ezra with their song Good, which is #1 on April 29th, 1995 for 5 weeks. So let's hear a little bit of Good from Better Than Ezra.
This song is so inspiring on how far you can get by doing the bare minimum.
This song rocks. I like this song a lot.
Unfortunately, they named it.
Realm.
They named it how I feel about this song. It's good. That's there's
Yes!
nothing more, nothing less. That's good.
Obviously, I'm not listening to Gavin's transmission, but I'm hoping that it really likes this song, because this song is totally Gavin core. I like this song a
This
lot.
song,
It's really
this song
good.
rocks. I really love how this is just like this song just rides or dies on how good that vocal melody is. Also, I really like the fake out ending. Like so few songs manage to do that well, but this one's a little bit off.
Yeah, I do appreciate that it has like personality. That they're going like, "Wow." And a key change is pretty. I mean, they do a key change. That's something.
My only note on this song is literally just it's good. That's my only note. I have nothing else to add.
It's one of those ones where it's like it's just a fucking good song. There's not much to say.
Literally.
I just in disgust. I love his little weird vocal inflections. It's so stupid and bad, but not really bad. No, not bad. It's stupid, but it's stupid in a good way. It's a lot of fun. The bass is fucking sick.
I'm so worried that I typed in the wrong number that you gave me for Gavin. I just texted a gun
Well, I'll
emoji
say
to
it-
some random person.
Well, I'll say that number one more time, Chris, in case you need it. It is
Sure. Okay. All right, I was right. He's just. Well, obviously, he can't answer back because he's dead.
well,
But also,
maybe
I don't
Taylor,
know-
maybe Taylor will get back to you.
But also, I don't know why you would
Imagine-
message back a random person you don't know after they message a gun emoji to you. It's a good thing he's already hiding out in Alaska.
Well, nevertheless.
I think it's better than sending a gun emoji to a guy who's already dead, you know?
Well, since we're talking about Gavin, rest in peace,
Somebody
Gavin.
finds like a phone on his corpse and they just see multiple messages with guns.
God. Well, let's see what Gavin had to say on Good real quick.
Hey, it's Gavin. This is nothing. This song is nothing.
Boo! Fuck you.
This is like
I'm glad
first
you're
draft
dead, you piece of
of
shit.
a rock song. Just nothing to grab onto, nothing to be upset about, nothing to like, just nothing. It's like it doesn't exist. The song is a ghost.
Shut up.
I almost want to turn this
Better
off.
Than Ezra was the band that did that Brimful of Asher song, whatever it's called, Asheroth. I don't know.
Sure.
This is called No Food. It's a man and his two daughters who were sent home from school, jamming. Lots of COVID parodies with these songs, I've noticed. I guess like Gen X people are having kids and they're bored, so they want to be Weird Al because Gen X people like Weird Al. But I don't know.
Very true.
I don't give a fuck. I'm unhinged, baby. I'm wearing a leather jacket. Ooh, you guys want some more kisses? You like that shit? I'm losing my mind. I'll be back next week. Don't worry. This shit sucks.
Oh God. Yeah. That. I disagree completely with Gavin. This is a very good song. I'm surprised he doesn't like this. This seems to be up his alley. I don't know.
I really don't have a lot of strong opinions on all of these, but I'm kind of just here to like sit in and listen to Gavin's transmissions, and I love it when he gets negative.
He's been.
Like,
has he liked any of the? I think besides might be right. Has he liked any of the songs this week?
Not that I can.
He liked White Reaper.
Well, like I said he liked White Reaper. But I think that's it.
When I Come Around, he really liked that one.
He did.
He just said it was
by
his
the way,
favorite Green Day song.
I will say, When I Come Around, that was apparently the song that went number one when Gavin was born.
He
According
did
to
say
him.
that.
Gavin
There's
was
a lot
positive
about him.
Zombie.
That's true. But it was positive with like an asterisk, you know. But we did the same, so I can't really say anything. Let's move on. Let's move on to our next song.
Let's move on to something Gavin will definitely hate.
Oh yeah. So if we're hoping the hate train stops, it's not going to stop with this one. But after Better Than Ezra, Soul Slam went number one with Misery on June 3rd, 1985 for 3 weeks. We're not talking about it. We cut it from the episode. But we did not cut was U2's Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me, which was number 1 on June 24th, 1995 for 4 weeks. Let's hear a little bit of, I'm not going to say the full title. It's too fucking long. God damn it, Bono, you piece of trash.
This song has no right to be this good.
I agree.
It's great.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
They wrote this
Bono-
out of the fucking
Bono-
Batman Forever soundtrack.
Bono is straight up nuts at the end of this song.
Like, it's wild
He
how
does.
on their game U2 were during this era.
I mean, apparently there's so much about U2 during this era. I didn't even know that Rose was dropping some bombs about U2 during this era.
Oh, okay, so speaking of... I will get into it once the song is. Oh my god.
For the listeners at home, we're watching Maddie's screen and they're doing some moderating on the Reddit that has nothing to do with this podcast, because this podcast is all about rock songs.
Kill me.
Those are kisses for Gavin if he's listening.
I don't think he's listening.
He's gonna
I
listen.
don't.
Yeah,
gonna
he's
listen.
skipping the segment.
He's
entirely.
listening wherever he is.
Let's get let's get his intermission in so we can get to the positivity.
Okay, alrighty. Let's hear what do you think about U2.
This is a Me Too themed
Oh,
parody
Oh,
of this U2 song. I might actually have to turn this one off. I don't know how these U2 songs keep. I'm sorry, I can't focus over this. I have to turn it off. I don't know how these U2 songs keep getting worse, but they do. I'm pretty much convinced that this band is terrible at this point, and I thought I liked at least 70s and 80s U2, but I know it keeps getting worse somehow. Vertigo probably saves them because at least that's bad and funny. But this is unlistenable to me, and it's still not bottom 20. But that's just because all the U2 songs are bad, and I can only fit the worst one in there. But this is garbage, and the faster you move on from it, the happier I'll be. So I'm just gonna shut up.
I'm fine to.
Sorry, Gavin texted
honestly.
me back. I sent him the gun emoji, and he said, "What the heck?"
He also texted me back and said, "What did I do?"
Oh god, I asked him, "Would you like to speak to Chris?" So, oh boy, let's see if he's able to reach us. If there's any thoughts, he says, "I'm currently babysitting, but I can briefly chat possibly." Okay, I'm gonna call Gavin. Let's call Gavin.
oh no.
Sorry, listeners. There might be a little bit. I'm gonna hope to God the echo is not too bad, because obviously I want to make sure everyone can hear. Actually,
what atrocity do we make up that Chris committed for Gavin? Because Chris has not done anything wrong at this point.
There's only one that you marked off. You can open up the Wikipedia page. Let's see how many.
just say Chris liked the U2 song. That'll get Gavin
I think,
angry
yeah,
enough.
that's enough. That's probably
Well,
enough.
I should say I like the song, but I also love the movie Batman Forever, and that's why I like this song.
I really like how Bono decided to add or whoever decided to add those like spooky vocal effects. I don't know. I would like to think that they did that because they knew it was going to be in Batman.
Bono did a lot of those in that era. Also, I would
we
like
have
to note that
two
this song
Maddies
only
on
happened because
screen.
Bono wanted to be his character Mephisto in Batman Forever.
Well, I'll say it. Who's Mephisto? Who's?
Hello, Gavin. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm learning about dinosaurs right now, but I guess I can talk.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I can. I don't think you can hear anybody else, because I think it's just me. You're probably hearing right now.
I can hear him.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, Chris said some things. He really likes this U2 song. What do you gotta say to Chris about U2?
If Chris is gonna pretend to be me, then Chris has to start disliking U2.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
I
Okay.
haven't pretended to be him at all because he's dead.
Yeah.
He died in
any other
Alaska.
questions?
Chris is saying he's not pretending to be you, but he actually is.
Okay. Well, if I'm being replaced, I suppose I can make some adjustments in that regard.
Wait, hang on.
Bono's.
You're dead. You got killed by a bear.
Yeah, we are calling you through
yeah,
a Ouija board right now.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, I'll send you a picture from heaven in that situation. Yeah.
All right.
I forgot. I recorded those multiple weeks ago, so I don't even remember.
Yeah.
What I said.
Thankfully, none have fully derailed the podcast last week. So, but again, we still have about 2 or 3 more. So I don't even know for sure just yet.
How about this? I'll try and think of a way to derail this podcast, and you can just call me back, and I'll derail it.
Okay. We'll do that. All right. Bye, Gavin.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
If you truly love me, you'd get a tattoo of Jason Voorhees. Okay, bye.
Oh boy. Well, thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Gavin, for calling us from heaven. I think this song is good, but every choice that Bono makes in the song is a wrong, bad choice. And yet,
Absolutely.
Even the strings?
Absolutely.
Or just
Only-
the
The question was
Bono
asked, who is
specifically?
Mephisto?
Yeah, no, Rose, I need you to talk about him.
oh god.
Mephisto is like Bono's evil alternate character. He has like 3 characters that he would do in
And he's
shows.
fucking dressed up. It's like what? Like
He's like dressed
it's like
up with
what if
little
the Chris
stupid
Pontius
devil
devil?
horns.
What if the Chris Pontius devil from like Jackass? Like, what if you actually gave him a budget? Gave him a budget.
And
What
like
if-
his whole deal is he just does prank calls on stage. Like he keeps repeatedly calling the White House and asking, "Is George Bush in?" Like
oh god, I don't.
it's so good.
I think Bono needs to be put down like the sick dog he is.
Bono is like such a dumb guy, but I love him.
We need to talk about how this was on the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Yes.
A single
Chris.
just from that. This album sold 2 million copies.
That's not a lot for
Speak-
1995. That's not a lot.
Yeah, for the CD era, this is like the steroid era of album sales.
Like,
I don't have- I don't-
if
this
you
is-
were a big like let's say like you're a big recording artist, your debut album does like 9 or 10
Rolling Copper
million.
sold 8 million. This only sold 2.
I don't give a shit. I live in the future. I've never bought a CD before. It's not true. I have no frame of reference. 2 million is a big number to me, and this is a soundtrack album.
Mhm.
I actually know. That's something that I picked up on too. Like I love how in the '90s the silliest shit could go to.
I want to hear Mr. Goodsong speak his truth.
No,
Yeah.
but I also agree about like this is like peak era of the soundtrack album where you can get a bunch of bands that have nothing to do with each other. Just put it out. They're going to put out their best song because it's going to be on a movie that's a guaranteed hit. Just like Batman Forever is a guaranteed hit. Everyone loved it. It's got fucking Kiss from a Rose on this album. They have
Oh,
Sunny
yeah,
Day
that's
Real
right.
Estate on this album for some reason.
And there is there was going to be an R.E.M. song, but that got cut. Is that correct, Rose?
They put the viewers.
Oh
to
yeah,
sleep, that's
they
why.
had they kind of made it as a joke. It's called Winged Mammal Theme. This is just them playing the Batman song.
Hmm. Oh boy.
Yeah, Gavin has sent us a selfie from heaven.
I'll
Waiting
make
for
sure
a
to
good
send
time
Gavin a
reply
video.
the chat.
Oh god. Is there anything more we have to say about this? It's I'm in this office. It's really hot. I want to move on.
I have one little piece of lore, just a small thing. When I
Okay.
searched this song on Apple Music, I found out that in fact there is a much older song that is just called "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me," and it was U2's Galaxy Brain take to add the kill me to the end for their song.
To be fair, I think that's just what everyone wants now. You know, people want to hear these 4 things.
Oh god. Well, there's things I would rather hear. Like this next
Can we play a
song.
game?
Yeah. Oh god.
I'm gonna derail this. You
Oh,
know,
fuck.
all 4
Oh,
members.
yes,
all
this
4.
game, we need
You
to
know
do
what?
this.
You know what? I'm
Okay.
not gonna do this for the. Okay, I'll say it for the 4 members of U2. Rose,
Okay.
can you please state their names? All 4 members of U2.
Bonobo is my bad. Fedge, son of Larry Mullen Sr. and Adam Clay, 2,000 pounds.
Okay, I believe that this song is actually a Bono's sick twisted version of the game Fuck, Marry, Kill. So all 4 members of U2, hold, thrill, kiss, kill. Rose, go.
Okay, so hold Adam Clay, 2,000 pounds. Thrill Fedge. Actually, no, wait. No. Thrill, son of Larry Mullen Sr., Kiss the Fedge, and kill Bono. You gotta kill Bono.
You gotta kill Bono. I just want
Bono.
to extend this for as long as possible because I know many people are uncomfortable. Now, I know many people don't know the members of U2 like me, but here, all 4 Impractical Jokers, Q, Mur, Sal, and Joe, hold, thrill, kiss, kill, go.
I don't even know the joke. You're asking him to.
What do you mean you don't know the
you're talking,
Jokers?
I don't know. Well, Gavin knows the Jokers. Do I need to call
Well,
Gavin
I'm
again?
Gavin. Call him again then. Let's see. I would hold. Oh, I should have thought about this before. Hold Joe, thrill, Mur, kiss Sal, and I guess kill Q. Unfortunately,
Hang on.
Q hasn't done anything wrong. but-
Chris, Gavin has asked a question of his own to derail the podcast. Would you rather have genitals made of bees or cum bees out of your genitals?
Genitals made of bees.
Is the coming
Genitals made of
bees out of my genitals, like, is that a one-time thing? Because that's important.
I don't know.
No, that-
I
I
don't
think
know, and
that's
I don't really
Probably
wanna
not. Probably
I
not
don't
because
wanna-
your genitals.
If it's
will
a
always be made
one-time
of
thing,
bees.
I'll ask. I'll ask.
You can. I mean, that all depends on you. How many times you plan on coming? You can do
Our
it. once.
next song is "You Oughta Know" from Alanis Morissette,
I think I gotta go with the latter.
which went
I
number
would
1 on July 22nd, 1995, for 5 weeks. Alanis
I have some
Morissette.
great notes about this song that I like have to get out there as soon as we're done listening to it. I have some like quotes that I need to pull.
Okay, well, for this song.
Yes.
Okay, well,
So we can listen to it
let's
first, and then we can.
Okay, cool. Let's hear a little bit of "You Oughta." Wait, did we play? Oh, we already played Gavin's thing on YouTube. Let's listen a little bit of "You." Look, folks.
All right, I was trying to derail this.
No. It's because here's the thing.
Oh, many
Look,
bees!
as many of you know, I'm on the autism spectrum, and I learn a lot of things about being on the spectrum every day. I learned that like I got the stuff with like, oh shit, how like I have like bad like control of my body temperature. Yeah, that's like because I have whole sensory shit. So no one in LA, like, despite the fact that LA is hot as fuck, nobody likes air conditioning. So it's miserable here sometimes. But what's not miserable is this next song. You Oughta Know. Let's hear a little bit of it right now.
I want you to know.
Ian, I don't know if the thing you have to say, one of the things you have to say about this song is pertinent to the entire 90s number ones as a whole.
It might be.
But there is something that we have to get out of the way about this song. The elephant in the room. The plagues of this entire series. Plagues or the... it depends on how you look at them. Of the the connected Red Hot Chili Peppers and Jane's Addiction universe.
Yep.
We have to say that while those 2 bands are not on this list, they do show up in this song.
Yes.
That's right. That's Mr. Fleet slapping the bass and Mr. Dave Navarro playing the 6 strings. I apologize if I was stealing your thunder.
It's okay. We can dive more into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a little bit "You Oughta Know," which I think.
Okay.
If I,
Yeah.
which I'll.
Sorry. Well, before we get into this, can we please go back to Gavin's question?
I don't want to go back to Gavin's question. I really don't.
He's giving us a lot of
I really
details.
don't. I really don't. I literally have friends who are like waiting to get drinks with me, so I want. I don't want to. I want. Let's focus on the topic ahead, which is the fact, which is the fact that Alanis Morissette was giving Crazy Dome to Uncle Joey
In a theater.
That's elephant in the room number 2 about the song.
Yeah, no, this I think this is my favorite song of the week. This is a fucking amazing song.
I think this one is pretty great.
I will say also, I went to karaoke on Sunday. It is a great karaoke song. One of the best karaoke songs ever made. It's fucking amazing. You got it's not even just, it's like Alanis Morissette is a fucking great songwriter in this era who had just a fucking crazy ass voice. And I listened to some of her like early stuff, like her dance off stuff. She was doing like New Jack Swing like 3 years before this, and she had this in her. Crazy. It's great. But
Does anybody want to hear some Red Hot Chili Peppers quotes?
Absolutely.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
Let's go.
No.
Please.
No. They're all really good. I promise.
You can't promise that. You can't make any promises on that.
I am a host. I want you to go through with these quotes. I need to hear them.
Please go through with it.
Okay, so if you're a Spotify user, I recently made the switch over to Spotify, and one of the most rewarding things about it is on certain songs when you get the genius behind the lyrics right underneath the song as you're listening through. So I have some very choice quotes about Dave Navarro and Flea, and I'm going to read them all out to you. Okay, so as a final touch, the pair recruited Red Hot Chili Peppers members Dave Navarro and Flea to play guitar and bass on the track, respectively. Navarro told EW, "We got sent a demo, and it was really aggressive and raw." And lyrically, she was talking about things we weren't used to hearing at that time. It was already a written song, and I don't want to say we remixed it, but we deconstructed it and then reconstructed it musically.
What the fuck, Flea? You're a member of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You can't say that.
Like when Anthony Kiedis talks about this stuff, he goes like nobody understands what he's saying.
But,
can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead. Please continue.
He has more wisdom. When I first heard the track, this is still Dave Navarro talking. It had a different bassist and guitarist on it. I listened to the bass line and thought, that's some weak shit. She would have blown up regardless of anything Flea or I would have done, but I'm glad we've been a part of the story.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
Flea is playing the fuck out of this song.
He is, yeah. And Dave's doing some pretty cool like wah-wah stuff that you can kind of hear. It's a song. There's a lot of, obviously the star of the show is Alanis, and the fucking set of pipes she's got, and the fucking raw anger that she has, and that's what I think that's such something that is like a very unique thing for the time, where it was like the song was a huge hit, and like this was a woman completely scorned, like not holding anything back, and people weren't, it's surprising that people were not like, oh, I don't like that. Radio promoters were like, oh, I don't. That's a little too much for me. It's just like, that is, I guess, one of the better things about this era, where like Kurt Cobain kind of unlocked something in people's brains, where like even the people were like, okay, yeah, there's clearly a market for this kind of music. But obviously, here's the thing: despite the fact that this 90s rock series, and there's a lot of women got number ones during this time. But even we've got a pretty wide swath too. We've got a couple of unique ones. Obviously, we had like Sundays, which is like essentially like a jangle pop, like a really soft jangle pop song, and you have Concrete Blonde, which is a pretty good early alt rock ballad, and then you have like the Tori Amos song, which is very proto Fiona Apple, and you get this, which is like a fucking alt rock banger. This is great. The ladies are killing it. The ladies were killing it in the 1990s. All right, the fellas, girls rock, chicks rock.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could say that.
But of course, I'm saying this after I said about 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to mention Uncle Joey because is that been like confirmed? You have to mention Uncle Joey.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty well known at this point.
It's pretty well known. You got to mention it.
When I was a kid, sorry,
go.
I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
But when I was a kid, I used to watch those like VH1 like top songs of the 90s or whatever.
Yes.
And that was like the only thing that anybody talked about.
Which I think is a damn shame. Yeah. The fact that that's become like the punchline, where it's like, this is a woman who's fucking angry. Like this is so much more than fucking Uncle Joey. Like, come on.
True. This song is
especially
this song is so fucking
especially
good.
and if we want to talk about the Uncle Joey thing, it's like, hey, how old is Alanis Morissette when this song comes out? She's 21 years old. So,
I don't know.
How old is Uncle Joey?
Little sussy. Little among us.
I think they dated when she was 18.
Yeah,
which is Uncle Joey. I don't know.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. But also, if you give Uncle Joey some crazy brain, you're gonna put out the greatest album of the 1990s. Is what I've learned.
Let's hear Gavin.
Then in 2005, you'll put out another version of the album for Starbucks' Hear Music brand.
Cover by a band called the Dan Band. They were signed to Side One Dummy, and they're in like The Hangover, and like the silly white like cover band who do like mostly like hip hop songs and like Step Brothers. I think they do Candy Shop in The Hangover. Apparently they do You Oughta Know. It's good. Shouts out to Flea. This is not helping. Think this song's
stop
better?
playing like half the songs.
I can't blame the Dan Band for that. I can't imagine there's any song they make better. It's good. It's in Rock Band 2. Like I said, every song in that game is a banger. Oh, Jesus. It's good. I don't know.
He's just giving up.
I feel like I had more developed takes when I'm on the pod with you guys. But I'm just so focused on the beauty of Alaska that Alanis Morissette doesn't mean shit to me. Alanis Morissette, you could fucking disappear. I wouldn't even care. I would just sip a cold beer in cold Alaska. And I wouldn't even... You know what? Maddie, you could fucking disappear and I wouldn't give an inkling of a shit. You know what? That goes for all of you. This is a heel turn, baby. This song's bad, actually. Ooh,
what?
Just kidding, y'all. I love you. I'm good. I love you, Maddie. I love you, Alanis. Here's some kisses to make it better.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Every time.
It's giving Uncle Joey vibes. Gavin's giving Uncle Joey vibes.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh God, no! But this song is fucking amazing. Like, what else is there? It's fucking this song. When karaoke comes back, if you have a chance to do karaoke safely, dude, you ought to know because it's a banger. It's sure to light up the place. Now it's more to say. Any lingering thoughts about Alanis Crazy Dome Morissette?
I had some things to say about Jagged Little Pill the musical, but we can maybe save that for the second Alanis song.
Alex, I'm so sorry, Alex.
We'll get through this.
We have two more songs.
We're gonna make it through together.
Hey, if we keep this up right now, we're gonna be finishing this episode tomorrow.
Well, nevertheless,
God, it's almost been 2 hours. What?
Yeah, we're.
It's been zooming by for me. I'm like off my ass.
We
really
still haven't gone as long as we often do.
Yeah,
I know, but it feels like a lot longer.
Yeah.
There's thankfully for us, there is absolutely nothing in the world that you could say about Tomorrow by Silverchair.
This is true. This is nothing. Like we gotta stop Australians from charting because this is what they give us: absolute zero heat.
Yes, but after you know number one, Green Day's Jar went number one on August 26, 1995 for 1 week, and then we skipped it because again we got the two classics. You can't compare. But our next song is Silverchair's Tomorrow, which was number one on September 2nd, 1995 for 3 weeks, and ended up being the number one song of 1995 on the entire year of the charts. So let's hear a little bit of Tomorrow from Silverchair.
Ooh.
These boys are 15. I don't feel comfortable listening to this.
Wait, really?
They were 15.
Seriously?
All of them were 15 when they recorded this album.
What the fuck?
What?
They were all 15 years old.
That's
What on
crazy.
earth?
What the fuck is going on in Australia? I think they won some contest. I'm sorry, I listened to this playlist an hour before we started recording. I didn't have to do that much research.
God, this just doesn't exist.
But it was made by 15-year-olds.
Yeah, in 2015, James Rose of the Daily Review wrote of the album, as an album in its own right, it's pretty good. As a debut by 3 15-year-olds, it's about as good as it gets. There are still kids out there today listening to Frog Stomp and shitting themselves, and so they should.
Through the lens of the fact that these guys are all 15, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was gonna, not be negative, mind you, but now I'm like, oh shit, they were 15 years old and they sound like this. They sound fucking way older.
That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna change my tune. That almost changed my opinion, but I still think it's only decent. So I'll just leave it.
It's a decent song, but just the fact they were 15, like that's wild.
So who
just
adopted them?
Not existing. It's bottom 3 for this episode, but like
who adopted them to make this happen? Because there's no one in the band of age, unlike with our friends Cage the Elephant.
God.
Well, I mean, I'm sure their manager is probably their legal guardian or something.
Okay, here's a photo of them. 15 years old. God damn.
Oh, now I'm the one who's like messing up an audio podcast.
Yeah, they look.
You're just showing pictures. You're doing
we're like 2 hours in. We're like 2 hours in. I don't even care anymore. I don't even want to be around anymore.
Wait! Also known as look at the name.
What?
Look at the background information on the bottom right. Also known as
Innocent Criminals, the George Costanza Trio, Short Elvis.
The George Costanza Trio. I can't.
Oh, good.
They lasted like almost 20 years too, which is pretty impressive if you consider that they formed when they were teenagers.
Yeah, shit. God damn.
They're on indefinite hiatus, though. You never know when they can come back.
True. This is true. This is a fine song. Let's hear what Gavin would say about tomorrow. We're okay.
You couldn't make that album nowadays because they're not 15 anymore.
Hey everyone, it's Gavin. This is maybe like one of the most forgettable songs I've ever heard in my life. Especially after You Oughta Know. Like, the next song's Alanis, spoilers, but like this is a fucking dead zone. But it doesn't help that this song is whatever. Like, who gives a shit? Oh, dude, I hate that. Just gotta drink fucking urinal water, you fucking pussy. Drink that baby juice, boy. Yeah. There should be a NoFX song about drinking piss. Those are good. This song's not. Gavin out.
Okay, well, any final thoughts on tomorrow?
No.
I wish I were listening to The Offspring. I wish I were. Wait. I wish I were listening to Steam right now. I came on this podcast looking for more Steam, and I'm not getting any Steam.
Oh, don't worry.
No Steam.
We'll talk about it.
It's fine.
No Steam.
We'll get to that at the end.
We'll get to the end. Well, actually, it didn't win last week.
No, we can talk about that.
We can talk about Steam though. But let's move on to our next song. So after tomorrow, our solo tour number 1, Bush Come Down number 1 on October 23rd, 1995 for 2 weeks. We're not talking about it. Then the Goo Goo Dolls after that on October 7th, 1995. 1 week with a song name. Not talking about that. We'll talk about Goo Goo Dolls, I think, on the next episode.
The same song.
Actually, the same song. Yes, we're talking about next episode. We're moving it to next episode because I think we were like, we'll fit in. I don't know. Hand in My Pocket, Alanis Morissette number 1, October 14th, 1995 for 1 week. I haven't even drunk. I got really drunk last night, and I still have lingering effects from it. I feel. But let's listen to a little bit of Hand in My Pocket, which is a great, great, great song.
Great song. Not like a bad song from Jagged Little Pill. I will say, if I will become Gavin a little bit right now here, this has like the cardinal sin of the Gen X like lyricism mindset of just saying I'm one thing and I'm another thing.
I'm one thing, but I'm also the opposite thing.
Yeah, that's just like what every Gen X lyric it was.
It's like Kurt, because Kurt did it, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna do it too, and then like Gavin Rossdale would also do it too.
Yeah.
Especially the one that we're talking about next. I think not next episode. Maybe I think actually, yeah, episode 7. I think that's the Bush song is on there.
Yeah, it is. I saw it on the list. I'm gonna forgive Alanis though, because this song is incredible.
It's a great song. Yes, it has that dumb lyrical trick, but
I
it's
won't wait
great.
till the song ends, but yeah, hot take.
Man, you could not make this song nowadays because you would have to say that I have one hand in my pocket and the other one is on the Uber app. Am I right?
You're right.
Also, no, you can't do a cigarette line. You gotta talk about Julian.
Yeah, you talk about.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I went through.
This Morissette vaping.
I went through a harrowing experience this week. On Tuesday morning, I woke up at 4 a.m. with insane stomach pain and immediately realized that I needed to go make some diarrhea. And I ran to the bathroom and proceeded to shit the most volume I have ever shat in my life. Genuinely, like I pooped out like maybe 1.5 liters of liquid, if not more.
800 pounds of human waste.
To the point where like my hands and forearms and like the lower part of my legs and feet went numb and tingly, and I was shaking, and I genuinely thought I was going to die. Thankfully my partner came and saved me. And after that, you know, I proceeded to have 2 more days. I had 3 days of shitting. It was a really bad stomach virus. On the second day, I shat my pants. So on Wednesday morning, when I was having my morning emergency shit, I sat down and I listened to this song, and it was so comforting. It was the only thing that I found comforting at the time. And I wrote a little stanza of it, of my own, that I just wanted to read to you. I wrote it while I was there on the toilet. So what I wrote is as follows. What it all boils down to, my friends, is that I haven't really got it figured out just yet. I've got one hand on my left knee, and the other one is wiping my soggy ass. Thank you.
Oh, well. Oh, God.
I don't know how to follow that up.
Well, maybe Gavin knows. Maybe Gavin knows. Let's see what Gavin had to say about hand in my pocket real quick.
I do want to say something afterwards.
Okay.
Hey, everyone, it's Gavin. I got sick of trying to find parodies and stuff like that, so I'm just listening to Fish and just enjoying myself. I don't even remember the name of this Alanis Morissette song. I don't know. Not for me, I think. It's not ironic, and it's not You Oughta Know. So, it feels wrong. It feels like I shouldn't be listening to it. Hand in my pocket. Yeah, that's what it's called. It'd be better if Trey was on the track. Gordo, Paige, Fishman, the whole crew. Should give us a bonus in the studio. I mean, you're already working with Flea. You might as well just fucking jump to the big leagues, kid. Would you suck off Dave Coulier, whatever? I She sucked him off in a movie.
We already discussed this, Gavin. Old
What do you think they
news.
were watching? Like, what came out when they were dating?
I know what came
actually
out.
figured this out. Like they deduced what movie it was.
Those are some good movies.
We
that
all know
sucked
what
off
came
during.
out.
What is the movie? What was
What 90s movie do you want to
I don't remember, but it was like some like forgettable
sound
like
off in the
action thriller
chat.
from the era.
Gavin said something about sucking off to a
No,
movie.
Gavin just raised a great question that we all need to answer: is what '90s movie would you want to get sucked off to?
Oh God, I have to think.
I don't know enough.
Let me check the year real quick.
The Lion King.
No.
Well, I mean, when I was younger, you're attracted to the girl lions. Obviously, not now. They don't
Okay,
really.
I have my definitive answer.
Okay, thank you for
Bound?
taking me off the train.
Bound by the Wachowskis.
Okay. I'll get sucked off to RoboCop 2. That's when I want to get sucked off to. RoboCop 2.
I'm sticking with the Lion
I don't
King,
have an
though.
answer. I can't think of any 90s movies right now. I'm literally fried.
Gonna
I can
get
only
sucked
think of
off
children's.
to-
I can only think of children's animated movies.
Oh.
Listen,
They're
stop
not
talking about
actually children. They're animated and they're adults voicing them.
Oh, they grow older.
Oh God.
I'm literally in the land of Mickey Mouse right now, and I'm like really uncomfortable here.
I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. You'll get thrown in Disney jail.
Hey, okay, to get us back on the more wholesome
property.
The guitar in this song is really beautiful. I think the performance in general is just, it's really like kind of, I don't know, it feels like you're walking hallowed ground, or like you're on the toilet and your vision has become significantly reduced, and your fine motor skills are gone, and you're trying to call your partner because you've just shat like a liter and a half of liquid, and you're feeling very scared. That's what this communicates to me. That's what I feel when I listen to this.
Okay,
Oh, God.
okay. So I actually want.
We gotta wrap this up.
Hey,
No,
shout out
I want to
to
give my word
Go
in on
ahead,
this.
I love
please.
partners.
We're pushing 2 hours. We're at
Please,
2
it
hours.
is the last
Not long
thing I
enough.
brought.
I didn't think this would be 2 hours.
This year for me has been really bad, but like every time I put on this playlist, I get to the end, I hear this song, and I just have a little smile. It was like the nicest thing I've heard in
It's
months.
great. It is. It's
I
so
was
nice.
just like so happy, and this is now my favorite song of the entire 90s series. I dearly love it.
I respect it.
It's my favorite song of the episode for sure.
Well, speaking of
Really
favorite
makes
songs of the
sense.
episode, Ian, did you have one final thing to say before I move on?
About this song,
Just
or just
anything.
about anything. You want me to talk about the Offspring again?
No, I don't want to talk about the Offspring again. Well, maybe you actually will, because of course we've reached the end of the episode. Sorry for the squeaky chair. We reached the end of the episode, which means it is time to continue the 90s Rock Number Ones Tournament of Champions. So, folks, around the panel, what is everyone's favorite song of the week? I will start off. My favorite song this week is "You Oughta Know" from Alanis Morissette. Alex, you've already said hand in my pocket, and
Yep.
Rose, you have also said
One
that.
hand in my pocket, the other hand on my cock.
The other one,
Thanks,
I'm
Ian.
doing the
Thank you,
okay
Ian.
side.
You're trying to pee through it.
And then Ian, it's come out and play, right?
Like, if we're gonna be like really, really serious, it's like probably "Zombie" by the Cranberries, but I'm gonna keep up the bit and say that it's coming out fire.
Give me a tiebreaker.
Chris, what is your favorite of the week?
No, I already know what's going to win. I would vote for one of the Alanis songs. Either one I think is fine to go through. I'm not going to do like a tie thing, so I'm just going to vote for...
But which one, though? Because we need to pick one. So
no,
it can
because
face
I'm
up
voting
against-
for When I Come Around. But it
So,
doesn't matter. I
hand
got
in
to
my pocket
But
wins.
again, one hand in my pocket wins because that again majority rules there. So one hand in my pocket is
Sorry,
going
I
up
had the microphone
against
out.
our champion of last week, or the current champion, which is All Apologies from Nirvana.
No. This is what I'm glad I'm here because this is the sham election. This was a sham election. All Apologies did not win. There was a tie. I was the interim host who was who I was already elected.
You weren't even on. They asked
Why?
me.
If the vote was going to the podcast or going to the Discord, it shouldn't have just been to the
actual
first
Gavin
person
voted.
who
Well,
reacted.
well,
It shouldn't
Gavin
have been
voted.
you. The entire Discord wanted
Chris,
Steam to win.
Chris.
Stop the steal! Stop the steal! I am marching on the proverbial
Okay, Chris.
Capitol building
Chris.
of the Indie Heads podcast.
Chris, please.
I vote
Steam!
Chris, a compromise.
Okay.
We're gonna do a three-way battle. Okay, a three-way battle. All Apologies versus Steam versus Hand in My Pocket. Is that okay? Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
Of those three,
Those terms do work with me.
Of those three, Chris, what is your vote of those three?
Well, now that it's a three-way, it's very hard for me to pick.
Give me Steam! There we go. All right, Steam. It's a vote for Steam. For me, I'm still gonna stick with All Apologies. That is my vote. Alex, what about you?
I'm mulling this over. Let's hear Rose.
Okay.
Hand in my pocket.
Okay.
No question.
Okay.
Ian.
No, give me Steam. Give me Steam.
Okay.
Give me
All right.
Steam.
All right, Alex, you have a potential to be a tie. Either a tie. Yeah, you have the chance to decide what moves on.
I'm not gonna vote for Steam.
Yes, you are. You have to.
You know, I think All Apologies is my prefer of the two songs. However, Hand in My Pocket was there for me in a really big way this week.
So
it's hard to vote against it. So I'm gonna vote for Hand in My Pocket.
But that leaves us to another tie, which means that we have 2 votes for Hand in My Pocket, 2 votes for Steam, which means that I have to be the tiebreaker. I have to be the tiebreaker.
Or
here.
you can call Gavin.
No. That would make things complicated. He's gonna pick Steam.
It wouldn't make things
He's gonna
complicated.
pick Steam.
It'd be very easy because I know what he's gonna pick.
He's gonna pick Steam. He'll pick Steam.
We need
But
to
Chris, my answer may shock you. I gotta vote for Steam. I gotta vote for Steam.
Yes, dudes love Steam. Let's go.
Hand in My Pocket is a great song, but I like Oughta more.
Third-party voters don't exist.
Why is it
There's
exciting
no such
for
thing
Steam
as
to just
You can
plow through, sweep the whole
You
series?
can say that your vote doesn't matter, but I'm here to tell you, everyone, the American people, that your vote does matter. You can be the change you want to see in the world.
Oh God!
See, marching on government
so
buildings does work.
We need to end this. Congratulations, to
I was
Steve.
there on January 6th.
So Steve will move on to the next episode. It is our current champion of the '90s rock.
This is
number
this
ones.
Is fucking.
After
I'm the voice of
look, last week was a dusty finish.
This is so dark.
I am so sorry, Alex. Look, Alex, I apologize that I did not have a diarrhea experience to hand in my pocket. And Rose, I'm sorry that I like you ought to know a little more. But for all we know, Peter Gabriel could have sucked off a different Full House cast member.
No, he was sucking up a lot of people right after Steve.
Okay, we're not even gonna. Okay, look,
please,
you're making me regret my vote. So please, we're making me regret my vote. So let's.
You could still change it, Maddie.
Change it.
No.
You could still change it.
I'm not changing it. I'm not changing it.
You can still change it.
I'm not.
It's not too
I
late.
need it in this fucking episode is what I need to do, Alex. That is it for this week. Barely March. Thank you once again for stepping in, being our temporary co-host. Is there anything you want to plug before we head out?
I'm plugging my tab that I am of all the money. No, I got nothing. I got a
Barely March.
I got a show on. I got a show on Long Island next week. I'm pretty sure someone here is going to be there.
I actually can't make it. I'm
totally,
so mad.
That's totally fine. Don't come if you're not vaccinated.
Sorry. Next time we'll meet up somewhere.
That's fine.
I love Long Island.
If we have any listeners in Long Island that are not Ian, you are a punk if you don't.
Saturday,
show up to the gig.
Massapequa, VFW Hall, August 14th. They're probably. I'm not too sure about the future after that if live shows will continue, but we'll make the best of it. New songs probably.
Hey, there we go. Ian, is there anything you want to plug before we head out?
Before I plug anything, I just want to let the listeners know that I am wearing my Barely March t-shirt right now. I'm a very big fan of your work.
Quote unquote by accident. You said you put it on by accident.
Wait, listen, I was literally...
Look, we had Buchanan on last week, and I wore my Buchanan shirt on accident, so you're not the only one, okay?
Ian's a real fan because Ian gave me money.
I'm always accidentally clothes. I'm sorry. I don't know. You can follow me on Twitter at Viva Lost Blues, except there's no E in blues.
Commission? Are you doing commission still?
Am I? I don't know.
Commission.
I don't know.
Commission Ian to do some art. Ian's done great art. Ian has done great art for this series. They did great art for the car commercial number ones. Did great art for me personally. Yeah. Commission. If Ian is doing commissions, commission Ian if you see it pop up.
If you message me, I'll probably do it for you. It's fine. Hit me up. Give me money. And I might have a podcast with Rose coming out soon. We still haven't talked about it.
I wanted to have this conversation sometime.
Oh boy. Well, we're not having it on this podcast. You can have it off pod.
Not on the podcast.
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Of course, as always, if you're not supporting us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/IndieHeadsPodcast. Just $1 a month gets you every single episode of the podcast 48 hours early. And if you want to bump yourself up to a real one for $5 a month, we're actually going to have maybe this month. We're early on the month, so we may have some bonus episodes of the 90s Rock number ones for you guys, as of course we put out Gavin Shouldabeens as one for all the patrons, but this next one we're putting out is just for the real ones. So hey, $5 a month and you'll get that episode right there when it comes out with I think Alex's should have been number ones. So
oh shit, yeah,
because it's not, I think it's after episode 7 is when we're doing that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, and also follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/IndieHeadsPod to hear the latest about the podcast updates. And even though we're kind of inactive right now, softsounds.substack.com. I hope to God when I move to LA, I will be able to have more time to have that be more active. So hopefully stuff soon on there. But with that said, that is it for this week. We will see you all next Sunday if you are a Patreon supporter, and next Tuesday if you are not. So bye-bye, everybody. We love you. We'll see you next week, as we got a lump in our throat with our first song next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Love you.
They told me, be sensible with your new love. Don't be fooled, thinking this is the last you'll find. But they never stood in the dark with you, love. When you take me in your arms and drive me slowly out of my mind. Kiss me, and when you do, I know that you will miss me, if we ever say adieu. So kiss me, make me tell you I'm in love.